Check 1 2, check 1 2. Microphone checker. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening out there, everyone? Happy Sunday to you. Thomas, Cock-a-doo-doo. SRC, how are you doing out there? Goat, Sliced Bread, Equine Jewels, Genius. You know I want that love, everyone. Robert, double Roberts. Send me that love. Thank you so much for that love. Chief Jet, what's happening? Welcome, Chief Jet. Welcome, SRC. Welcome, Mike Barth. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Greggy. You guys all know I want that heart me. You know I want your love. Hot Wheels. Roy Lind and Roy Lind Nelson. Sarah. Chief Jet. Yeah, guys, send me your love. You know I want your love. It boosts my page. Sliced Bread says, what up from Portugal? What up, Sliced Bread out in Portugal? SM5, thank you for that love. Thank you for your heart me. Gravedigger, thank you for that love. Thank you for your heart me. What is up, everybody, this Sunday? How are you? And I hope you're doing amazing. Shout out to you in Portugal. I kind of wish I was in Portugal right now. Actually, you know what? I can't complain. I'm from Ontario. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you for that love. I'm from Ontario, and if you know what Ontario was like in the fall, Staska, Dom, thank you for that heart me. Teresa, thank you for your heart me. You guys know I want your love so much. But yes, Ontario, the fall, spicy meatball. C'est l'amour. UT, thank you for that heart me. Thanks so much, everybody, for your heart me's. You know it helps boost my page. And I appreciate that very much. Don't forget to tap that screen and send me your love if you love my content, even though we haven't talked about anything yet other than thanks for the heart me's. So the words behind me are backwards. Oh, thanks, Chief Jet. Let me flip my camera. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Let me move my camera a little for you. How's that? Is that better? Now you can read it okay? I need to get a spotlight or something on it, though. There's not enough light there. This little guy just don't do nothing. You got nothing. You know what you got? You got nothing. I mean, I guess it's a little better. Maybe not. Royland. There we go. Now I said your name right. You know, I don't know why I struggled with that so hard, but how you doing, buddy? Me, Clark, how you doing out there? I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Paul, I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Everybody that sent me heart me's, thank you so much. You know I got big love for you. It's great to see everybody. What up, YOLO Travel? Stay safe out there while you are traveling. Much love to you as well, Sarah. Hope you're having an amazing weekend. Davey Moores, thank you for sharing the live. Thanks everybody who is sharing the live. You can do that by hitting the little white arrow at the bottom of the screen. Angel Soto, what up, my friend? I hope you're having an amazing Sunday, and I hope your family's doing amazing. Blessings from hotel balcony in Mexico, coming from UK. What up, Macfrica? I hope you're having an amazing time on that balcony, chilling in Mexico on a balcony. And what are you doing on a Sunday? Tuned into the only place you should be tuned into, right here at IHodlLife, the only cryptocurrency channel that you guys need. What are the best 3 oracles? Great question, Chief Jet. I don't know that there's the best 3, but if I had to break it down, I would go with number 1, Chainlink, Big Bam. Yeah, Big Bam. Go get that oracle. It's called Big Bam. Just kidding. Just kidding. Thank you, Big Bam, for that heart me. So 3 oracles that I would recommend. First one would obviously be Chainlink. The second one that I would recommend would be XYO. And the reason I would recommend XYO as the second one is because it has a lot of future potential. It has massive partnerships with very important people in the world. And for that reason, I think it has a long-term trajectory like Chainlink has. So that would be the second one in my choices of I guess of oracles. And then my third one, as far as oracles go, I think that's where I would stop as far as the best oracles. I mean, you could start looking at other message services, but I think those are probably the 2 that I would recommend only for a portfolio at this time. As far as the Oracle system go, unless you want to incorporate layer 1 into it, and then I would look at Flare Network, because Flare Network gives you the opportunity of an Oracle and a layer 1 at the same time. So it kind of trumps anything else other than XYO and Chainlink, in my opinion. What up, UT, and hello to you. I hope you're having an amazing Sunday. Cockadoodoo, I hope you're having an amazing Sunday as well. There is a little bit of green candles today. I mean, CeeLo is having a nice day. CeeLo is up 30%, but you guys already know. Signed. Thank you for that heart me. If you haven't sent me a heart me yet and you're in my chat, please do so, just because it boosts my page. No gifts, please. But CeeLo is up 32% today, which you guys know as well as I do, 32% doesn't mean that much in crypto, especially when we're hodlers. It just means that whoever's sitting on a bag of that right now, they're seeing some improvement in their portfolio temporarily. The Dusk Network, which is an interesting one to see some movement in this early, which is Cardano's new layer 1 blockchain, or should I say Charles Hoskin's new layer 1 project, and that's called the Dusk Network, and we can see that it's up 18% today as well. Pengu is up 10% today, which is nice. And then everything else is kind of hovering around a 5 to a 8% increase, which is just normal market movement, especially over the last 2 days. We've been down between 3 to 8% depending on the crypto. So with an increase of 5 to 6 to 7 to 8%, you know, we're not really going anywhere yet. And this is the confusion that a lot of people have with cryptocurrency because of the upward and the downward of the motion. They're like, are we all going up? Are we going down? And truthfully, when you zoom out, you'll see it's just kind of doing this sometimes, and then sometimes it's doing this, and sometimes it's doing this. But when you zoom in, it just looks like this all the time to you. You have to stretch it out over weeks, months, and even a year to be able to get the correct picture of its trajectory. Can you ask a question about render? I love that you asked a question about asking a question, but didn't ask the question. Am I the only one that finds that crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, fire away. What up, Jamie? I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Laser, good morning to you, and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Shark says, Legend, you are the best on this business. Shark! That's because I'm the crypto shark. No, that sounds ridiculous. I'm definitely not the crypto shark. But anyway, Shark, welcome. You know that this is where it is. If you want to learn about crypto, whether you're brand new in crypto and you're just starting out, you don't know what it is, or whether you're standing on the fence saying, what are these internet losers, crypto, internet monopoly money idiots talking about? Whether you're that dude, feel free to join in anyway. And whether you're just like, oh, crypto's a scam, I hate it, feel free to join in anyway. And whether you're like, what is this crypto thing, feel free to join in. Or whether you're already in crypto, you already own a bag of crypto, you already understand what it is, now you're looking for what you're going to put into your portfolio, or maybe you have a stacked portfolio, now you're just trying to gain extra knowledge. Maybe you're already a pro in crypto, no matter where your crypto journey is. Crypto, blockchain, Web3, those are all the same things, just so everybody knows. This is the channel you want to be in for the best education, information, and the best community, worldwide crypto community to be a part of, to find like-minded people, like-minded investors, and like-minded thinkers. Like-minded thinkers. Anyway, sometimes the shit I say, I'm unsure where it comes from. So, you know what, Shark? I think you're a fucking legend. That's what I think. Sarah, thank you so much. Don't thank me. Thank you. Thank yourself, because there's all kinds of shit you could be doing on a Sunday, but instead you tune into my lives on Sunday so that you can try to understand crypto, you can try to understand blockchain, you can try to understand Web3, which once again is all the same thing. And you're improving your life because of that. So thank yourself. Thank your choice in action. Everything will boil down to your choices. Devil Dogs, thank you for that love. Happy Sunday, IHodlLife fam from Candy B. Candy B, big love to you. SEL, you don't need to send me any roses, although thank you very much for the roses. My channel is a gift of knowledge for you guys about crypto, money, investing, entrepreneur, character, energy, all of that you're going to find here on this channel, and it's a gift of knowledge for you. So feel free to stick around and stack your bags. You can come here and extract everything that you want. That's what this channel is for. The only thing that I ask you for is tapping the screen if you like the content. If you don't like the content, I mean, tap the screen anyway. Just tap it. Just be like, I hate this content. This guy fucking sucks. Why am I tapping the screen? I don't know, because he told me to, and I'm just a sheeple people. What am I even doing? Anyway, back to reality. So feel free to tap that screen, and if you haven't sent me a heart me already, send me a heart me, because it helps boost my page. Yes, I'm crazy. Who knows what I might say? Not financial advice. What are my thoughts on Tau? Hands down the best AI in my opinion. The best AI cryptocurrency, BitTensor Tau. Hyperliquid is also very good. Hyperliquid is not in my top 10 or 15. No, it's not even in the top 25, not even close. BitTensor Tau is, however. Although Hyperliquid, ticker symbol HYPE, has a lot of hype, quote unquote, boom, boom, 6 points for me. Anyway, although HYPE has a lot of hype right now, it's just early stage initial hype. Aster, again, was created as a replica of hype for a similar reason. It has a lot of hype right now as well. They're both doing fairly well, but we're going to see that hype level out and plateau. An actual long-term use case. You know, what should you stack and what shouldn't you? Rose, thank you for the heart me. If you guys haven't sent me a heart me yet, please do so. It helps boost my page. Big love for all of you. Soto Face, thank you for that heart me. You know I want that love. Give me your love. API 3 is a good one. Ishi, you don't need to send me any roses, although thank you very much for the rose. That's the one I want, love. I like your name, love. Lola Bridget, love. Thank you for that love. Did you guys see that? Love just sent me love. God damn it, I'm on a roll today. Love sent me love. I love love. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, crypto. We're on crypto. Shut up, Tristan. We're on crypto. Yes. Which personality am I today? I'm not sure. Winter HD. Thank you for the heart me. How do I view API 3 and SPX 6900? Thank you for your comments, everyone. Please be patient. I'm trying to get to them. I know I'm crazy. I'll get there eventually, or maybe never. Maybe that's why I'm here, because I'm not getting there. Anyway, API 3 is decent. It's decent. That's what it is, decent. SPX 6900 is surprisingly effective and not decent at all, really, but surprisingly popular. I'm uncertain of the future of this. I would not buy some and hope for the lottery ticket effect, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some craziness happen with that crypto and you were like, oh shit, I probably should have bought some. I would not recommend this as a good crypto investment, but I would not recommend it as not a good one to throw in the gamble bag if you know what I'm talking about. And again, you have to have enough money to spread around. Should you be buying SPX 6900 if you have less than like 40 or 50K? No, because there's like 30 cryptos that are better than it, and you need to have 2 or 3 or 4K in all of those first, which means you already have a 50K bag and you didn't even get to SPX 6900 yet. How to build a portfolio is extremely important. It's not about grabbing some of this crypto and grabbing some of that crypto. If you do that, you're not going to make any money in your portfolio. You're going to watch all of our tokenized financial clients make money over the 3-4 year window, and you're not going to make any money because your portfolio is just a scatter of cryptos and it's not structured. Do I like to hold coins for a very long time? That's what HODL means, Noah. It means hold on for dear life, which means when the market's going like this, even when it's going like this and it's volatile and you think, oh no, I made the wrong decision, and your knees get weak and you start crying in the corner. Thank you, HODL Heidi, for that love. And when you reach that point, you hold on to it. That's where the term diamond hands comes in. When you guys see diamond hands potential, when everyone's like, oh my God, did I do the right decision? My phone is blowing up like fucking crazy. It's going down. Oh, but it's going down. Oh, but I thought I was going to make money. Oh, but you said, oh my fucking God. And for those who understand and just stomach through it and just wait and earn the diamond hand title, they're going to understand what it's like to grow wealthy off of just sitting on an asset, just by simply making a clever decision. Clever decision and fucking patience. And that's the hard one. Clever decision, and less than 12 months later, where's my, Are you at the casino, or are you fucking investing? I missed whose name that was, because I was banging on my head. But thank you for the heartbeat. Should have sent me a head bandage instead. What up, Adrian? I see you out there, Adrian. Nice to see you here. Roy Gunn, big love to you and thank you for that heart me. Your Juno is killing it. You grabbed that a while back. That's fantastic. I love to hear those kinds of things, SRC, because you know as well as I do, Juno is something that I would say, no, don't buy that. That's not one I would put in a portfolio. I'm glad to hear that it's kicking some ass. And you'll hear me say that a lot. Just because I say a crypto may be not right for your portfolio doesn't mean it's not going to go up in value. It just means that I believe there's other cryptos that might perform better for you in the interim, and that's why I place them in a higher standard. And that, once again, doesn't mean I'm 100% correct. That's just based on what I think I know, based on my expertise, which is very good, but nothing is perfect. So I'm glad to see that your Juno is killing it. Have I had a chance to look at AIA? I have no idea what that is. Sorry, my friend, I have not. Trucker Ed, good morning to you. You missed me last week. I'm so glad that you're here. I was live last week. I was live. You must have just been off the time schedule or something. I never miss a Sunday. Very rare I miss a Sunday. Tuesdays, you never know. Fridays, very hit and miss. But Sundays, I don't miss. Does XRP need Swift? I'm not sure of the question. What do you mean? No, XRP does not need Swift. Thank you, Maverick, for that heart me. Thank you for your love. No, XRP does not need Swift, and no, Swift does not need XRP. They are not relevant to needing each other. That's why I don't quite understand the question. Will they share technologies? Potentially, yes. But do they need each other in any way? No. If you guys learn option trading, you guys would look at crypto differently. If you learned option trading, you would fail. You would lose all of your money. So definitely don't follow IHodlLife. Definitely don't do that. Because if he was really a real crypto trader, he would just have content about what he does. He would be showing his content. He would be proving it through his videos and his content. He wouldn't be here on my live, on a popular influencer's live, writing it in the chat as if it's an enticement for someone to go. And that's how you know it's a scam. That's how you know it's bullshit. Do you guys ever see me on anybody else's live over there writing, you should come over to IHodlLife because I know everything and you want to... No, never, because I'm legit and I know my shit and I'm not trying to scam anybody. So that's how we know IHodlLife is bullshit. So thanks, IHodlLife. I encourage you to stick around and learn how to follow and do crypto properly, but definitely not with option trading. 99% of people who begin trading lose their money. And 98% of people who understand hodling make money. It's very, very important. Hodlers always win. Yes, trading can make you money. Yes, there's some people out there that acquire the skill. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you guys for the heart me's. Anyone's name I missed. You know I want your heart me's and you know I love it. But ultimately, most traders lose. And you're better off not trading because you're probably going to go to some trading site that's a scam. Someone's going to show you how and they're a scammer. You're not going to know when to do it. The market's going to get crazy. The world's under crazy crazy political structure right now in chaos. So all of these are reasons why you should not be trading and you should be hodling. And that's why the name of my company, the name of my brand is IHodlLife. Hodl means hold on for dear life. You acquire the asset, you hold on to it. It goes down in price. You're like, oh my God, you hold on to it. That's where the dear life part comes from. Hold on for dear life. No matter what's going on, this is dear life. This is what the fuck did I do? Dear life. And when it's going up, yay, celebratory, you hold on to it then as well. You hodl, you hold on for dear life. You earn diamond hands, and that's where the real profit is founded. Everybody else is just running around for short-term lottery tickets, short-term gains, and this is not life-changing. This is just temporary satisfaction. Thank you, anyone who sent me a heart me whose name I didn't get to shout out, because you know I love to shout out your names. Big love to you, heart me senders. I love you all. You know I want your heart me's. Why don't you just say buy XRP all day long and you will be successful? Well, I can't say that because Crypto Garage 7, if I only say just buy XRP all day long and you're going to be successful, I would be lying because that's not true. Because if you only bought XRP all day long and XRP ended up failing and crashing and XLM took its place, you would be sorely regretful that that was the only crypto that you were buying all day long, because that's the very bad decision. Do I believe that XRP is one of the best cryptos out there and it should be in your portfolio? Yes. Do I believe I should only shout out XRP and tell you to buy that all day long like it's the best thing since fucking sliced bread? No. You don't understand diversification and investing. You need to follow my channel longer. Hit that like and follow. In fact, become a super fan and stick around. American Sniper says you're in here every Sunday listening to me. Man, your head must hurt. Just kidding. Thanks for showing up here every Sunday and listening to my banter about crypto. I hope I share knowledge with you guys. I hope you're gaining some education. I hope I'm helping you navigate the crypto space. Lola, thank you so much for that heart me. Is Render still a good token? Absolutely, Render is a good token. Solana and the entire Solana network is on fire right now, and it is the correct answer. The whole Solana ecosystem is good right now. That doesn't mean you buy all the tokens on the Solana ecosystem. My reference is that Solana, the layer 1 blockchain, is in a growth right now. It's in like a mushroom explosion of things building, which means successful things are going to evolve from it, which means if you're really paying attention, you should be stacking that Solana. When Solana's $3,000 per coin, you're going to wish you just bought more now. You're not going to worry about SPX 900, 6900. You're not going to worry about Render. You're not going to worry about Pyth. You're not going to worry about all of those things unless you have a 6-figure portfolio, because then you can afford to diversify into those. Otherwise, you're going to really wish you just stacked 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10K of fucking Solana. And then you guys wonder why I get labeled the boring crypto influencer who tells you to invest in all the large cap cryptos, and all the other influencers like, oh, that one's not going to explode. Why? Because we don't play the fucking lottery here. We invest in real assets that are going to change real lives. Jay Winter says, Q4, I hear, I'm paying attention, and I'm ready for whatever comes my way. Maybe Q4 nothing happens. Now, my question for all of you is, let's say nothing happens between now and December 31st other than traditional what it's doing right now. Then what? Are you all of a sudden going to throw your hands in the air? Thank you, JMO, for that heart me. Are you then going to throw your hands in the air in January and be like, oh my God, well, but someone said August, but now it's September. Oh, but December passed. Oh, but not understanding that today we have a 4 trillion market cap, and fast forward 10 years from now, it's going to be 104 trillion. Can I just say that one more time for anyone else whose head is so fucking dense? Like, the market cap today is $4 trillion. And fast forward to even 2035, let's not even go 10 years. Yeah, 10 years, 2025 right now, 10 years from now, we're going to be at 104 trillion. So think about $100 more trillion coming into crypto. And you guys are all worried about a 4 trillion market cap and whether your crypto doubles or triples. Like, don't you get it? Don't you get Don't you get the fucking word hodl over trade, over swap, over sell, over bear market? I didn't even name it the bull brand, the bull run brand. I didn't name it that because that'd be fucking cool. No, I didn't, because I see a bigger vision. And you can simplify it by saying, what would happen if you bought Bitcoin 10 years ago and you didn't bull run, you didn't bear market, you just sat on it, you just hodled it? What would happen to your life today? Oh, right. You'd be a fucking billionaire with a big ass B on the front of it to match your fucking Bitcoin. Proof is in the pudding. And I'm not the only person out there. I've been saying it for the last 3 years. We're going to go to 100 trillion market cap. In fact, I can see how we're going to blow past 100 trillion market cap. And all of the dummy influencers out there, market cap. Tristan doesn't understand market cap. No, you guys don't understand tokenization is what you don't understand. And we will surpass 100 trillion market cap. And people who are paying attention will become extremely wealthy. Polo, thank you for that, heart me. And 99% of the world isn't going to be on board. Just like 99% of the world did not make millions of dollars off the internet through the same 10-year explosive opportunity. What do I think about Rise? I think you should rise earlier in the morning. That's what I think about Rise. Thanks, Stack. Thank you. Would I buy Ethereum right now? Absolutely, I would buy Ethereum. Everything is built on top of Ethereum. You are sleeping on cryptocurrency. In fact, you are casinoing cryptocurrency by ignoring the big boys, by not stacking Ethereum, by not stacking these cryptos that you hear other influencers dubbing as too big of a market cap, so there's no multiplier and you're not going to make any money. Don't you understand everything is built on top of fucking Ethereum? Crypto Garage, that's absolutely incorrect. Your comment says XRP is the only cryptocurrency that's going to make people successful. That is absolutely wrong. Whatever you do, don't listen to what Crypto Garage 7 tells you, because he is absolutely incorrect. Yes, XRP is good, but is it the only crypto that's going to succeed as the entire world adopts cryptocurrency and blockchain technology into every facet of our life, which means there's going to be hundreds of thousands of amazing crypto projects, aka you could buy into with their token? Absolutely. Ironing Queen, thank you so much for that, heart me. So to only buy one would be not just ludicrous, it would be stupidity. Where are the IHodlLife stickers? What do you mean IHodlLife stickers? Oh, are they not? I think you have to be a subscriber, Kelly. You have to be a subscriber or super fan, or you can't use the stickers. That's one of the perks of being a subscriber or a what's now called super fan. So they've canceled all your guys' subscriptions now because they've changed it to super fan. So you now, I don't even know how to do it. You now have to become a super fan. It replaced subscription. I don't even know how it works, to be honest. J Cox TikToks. Don't send me gifts, but thank you so much. Thank you. Just heart me's. I only want your heart me's because it boosts my page. If you want to send me a gift, tap the screen. The more likes I get, the more it boosts my page, and that's the best gift you can give me. The more I can share my knowledge with other people, the better. Too many people are missing out on this information. Do I think Q4 of 2025 is going to be alt season? It's potential. I was calling anywhere between November and April of 2026, and I would say October at earliest. October at earliest. November and December would be my favorite choice, but I have no fucking clue. That's just guessing based on last cycle, based on the cycle before. But so much has changed. So much has affected the volatility of the crypto space. So we are so much closer to a curve of adoption with the technology that the operation of it is slightly different, but that doesn't mean it's not the right asset to stack. It just means how it performs may not be exactly as we've seen in the past, although it is the greatest opportunity for financial growth on the entire planet. It is not the lottery ticket that people have sold you that it is. Everyone buys their crypto and they're waiting around like, is it alt season? Like, is today that my 10K is a million? Like, is it today? Is it tomorrow? What month? And that's not how crypto works. Like, I don't know how many times I got to tell you guys this. Like, fuck. even in the parabolic season, which occurs anywhere between 3 weeks to 9 weeks, cryptocurrency staggers up. It doesn't just go from like here to here and you're like, oh wow, there it is, which is why you're all going to fuck up taking profits at the right time, because it's going to go up and then it's going to go down and then it's going to go up and then it's going to go down. And on that down, you're going to say, oh, it's over, oh, blah, blah, and then it's going to go up even higher. And for the few people that still held in, they're going to be like, oh my God. And then it's going to drop right back down and they're going to be like, oh, it's over. And then it's going to go up even higher. And it's going to fuck your brain so hard that even a pro like me is going to be sitting behind his phone going, no, don't give the signal yet. Okay, give the signal. No, don't give the signal. Okay, wait, is it now? Is it fuck. Look past schedule. Okay, graph on graph. Lay it. Okay, what timing, schedule, should it be? Nobody really knows. It will be more mentally confusing than you understand, because the asset doesn't do what you think it does. It doesn't sit here and then all of a sudden one day happens and it goes like this and this and this and this and this, and then you're going to be like, oh, here I am, cash it out, and then this and this and this, and now it's just not going to be that simple. It just won't be. This is why people use tokenized financial service. This is why they're hanging around for a whole year waiting on the signal that's so fucking important. That might come this year. It might not come until fucking April. It might not come at all. We might just be stacking and stacking and stacking and grabbing a staircasing growth, because the big boom that we saw last cycle, which was smaller than the boom of the cycle before, is starting to get suppressed. And this is not a bad thing. That doesn't mean that there's not money to be made. It just means that the mountains are not so rocky. It's not flat ground and then a rocky mountain and then right back down to flat ground. Instead, it's more this, which means it's not going back that way anymore, which means bear market. Doesn't mean that bull runs are not good. It means bear markets are starting to disappear, because it's starting to go away from bull run, bear market, bull run, bear market, and it's starting to suppress top and bottom, squishing as adoption happens. And now it's becoming a curve of adoption as everybody uses. And right about here, right about the curve of where it goes boom, is right when all the baby boomer money will come in. 70% of the world's wealth, and that hasn't happened yet. We're still in the volatile, just squishing down, barely becoming yet what's going to become a curve of adoption. I don't know how to explain better in a visual for you to understand the long-term play, not is the bull run this month or is it next month? You're missing the fucking picture. But anyway, 1% for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. 1% for a reason. Shout out to Roberta for my handmade custom, look at that thing. This is custom, handmade by Roberta, IHodlLife, crafted out of her hands. Shout out to you. Talk diversification, portfolio size relationship. Diversification is one of the most important things about your portfolio. It's one of the biggest things that I correct when people come to tokenized financial. Again, the link is in the top of my TikTok page. Anybody who wants to book a free meeting with me about brokering your portfolio for you. You have to be 25K or higher, and I can broker your account for you. So to talk diversification, this is one of the most important things I clean up. When a client comes to me and they say, okay, I want to use your service, Tristan, and I'm going to redesign their portfolio. Most of our clients are not new people who don't have crypto. They're people who already have crypto, and we're just rewriting them a new portfolio. So when we do that, one of the biggest things that I notice or that I clean up is they're over-diversified. They're not under-diversified, they're over-diversified. There's less people that come to my service and they have $100,000 in just Bitcoin than people who come to my service and they have $100,000 just like scattered all over the fucking place on everything, because they've fallen victim to, oh, I got to get this one. Oh, what about that one? Oh, but I heard someone say this one. Oh, that's the next one. What? 00 what? How many tokens? And the is just killing you and your portfolio. Thank you for that, heart me. So diversification is extremely important on both ends of the spectrum. It needs to be wide enough and shrunken enough, because if it's not wide enough, you miss opportunity. And if it's not shrunken enough, you have no compounding capability. You're not going to make any money. And that's the biggest mistake everybody makes. They got $300 in this, $50 in that, $200 in this, $900. You're not going to make any money. How many X can you multiply on tokenized finance? We look to do a 10 times multiply. However, nothing's guaranteed. Our clients have to sign a waiver that says we can't guarantee you any gains. We can't guarantee you any losses. It could go down. You could lose everything, maybe. However, what we anticipate is 10 times, and that's based on the growth of our own portfolios. That's based on the growth of our previous clients and current clients and the crypto space and what we've done in the crypto space since we've been here in 2016. So most people join the service. We tell them that we have potential to 10 times their portfolio. Their portfolio isn't even 24 months old with our service, like not even 2 years. And they already begin to panic. Oh, but. So what we do with our clients is we explain to them that we intend to 10 times the portfolio within every cycle. And if you understand crypto cycles, that's a 3 to a 4 year window. So even though clients right now joining our service are getting in at what we would all agree and describe as kind of close to the bull run or the parabolic part that we all love to see, the green candle section of the bull season, although they are entering now, we still inform them that we plan to 10 times your portfolio over the next 3 to 4 year window. So we still use the same 3-4 year window logic because we don't know how the bull run's going to perform. We don't know if we're going to keep playing this sideways game all the way through till April, May, June, July, and in August of 2026, everything fucking explodes. Nobody really knows. What we do know for sure is that the technology underlying all these cryptos that we're accumulating is being engulfed by the entire world. Whether it's digital identity, which is the big talk of the town right now, whether it's your new financing and your on-chain tokenization of your house and your assets, which is massive talk right now, whether it's all the big asset firms doing tokenization of money and things like that. However you slice it, if you're not getting a piece of this pie, you're going to miss out on the greatest financial evolution that mankind has ever seen. Period. However we want to break it down, slice it, categorize it, if you're not hodling, if you're not stacking, you're going to miss out, period. Regardless of bull run, bear market, what we do, what we don't do, if you just hodl and wait and hodl and wait and hodl and wait and hodl and wait, diamond hand, have you earned the title of diamond hand yet? Have you earned it yet? Or are you worried and it's still only in the 20-30% motion of the ocean? Your crypto goes up 30%, down 30%, nothing has happened. Crypto moves this way. 30% up, 30% down, 10% up, 10% down. But guess what? Nothing has happened. 15% up, 12% down. Ooh, a 3% increase. We went up 3%. But then next week, down 18%, up 15%. Ooh, it's been 2 months. We still haven't moved. Do you see the illusion of cryptocurrency when you're, oh, today, oh, next week, but what about November? Oh, but what about next week? Oh, what's going to happen by the end of the month? Oh. Do I not like Pyth as an oracle? I do like Pyth as an oracle. On the Solana ecosystem, it is hands down the best. American Sniper, thanks. Thanks for loving my Sunday love. When you become rich suddenly, how do you cope? I'm sure you'll do fine. I'm sure you'll do fine. Join the IHodlLife community, chat with a few people. I'm sure you'll do fine. Remember 2 years ago, I said XRP is going to be number one. I'll tell you today that XRP is number one. I'll tell you today that one of the first coins I put in anyone's portfolio was XRP. But on same sentence, I will tell you that only stacking XRP and only telling people that XRP is all they need is not correct information, and that would be very foolish of me. Get it straight, Crypto Garage 7. Hear what I'm saying, not what you want to hear. XRP is number one in my opinion. If anybody's building a portfolio, first 3 cryptos that you should have is XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. If you're Mr. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, those are the 3 you start with. And then eventually you'll learn to step out and step back into your Bitcoin at the right seasons. But in the meantime, when you don't know that yet, you're just going to get those 3. Those are like the staples. But that doesn't mean that you should only invest in XRP. This is incorrect information. What do I think about Rise? I already told you like 9 times. I don't think anything about Rise. Please stop asking that question over and over and over and over, RMC.7. Once again, I don't think anything of Rise. I've never heard of it. So rise and shine. You lost money doing options trading? No shit, because you shouldn't be trading. You should be hodling. That's why it's IHodlLife, not ITradeLife. You guys think I'm the guy here teaching it and I didn't fucking figure it out already? It's IHodl. You buy it, you hold it. It's like stacking digital bars of gold. You're not buying lottery tickets. Wrap your head around the game. Why don't people sell their Bitcoin at 123K and then buy it back at 100? Well, number one, because it's about to go to 300K at any moment. So why would you sell at 123K when it's going to go to 300K? And truthfully, why would you sell your Bitcoin at all? Why would you sell it, pay tax on it just to buy it back again, pay tax on the purchase again, just to sell it to pay tax? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just let it go from 123K to 100K, back to 123K, up to 300K, and regardless of what it does between any of those prices, you just hodl it, because today it's 123K. And regardless of whether it goes to 100K or up to 200K, we still look longer. Longer. And longer means that 10 years from now, Bitcoin's probably going to be 700K or $1 million per one Bitcoin. Just like when we went back 10 years ago, it was $6 and today it's $100,000. Don't be foolish, everyone, to think that we're not going to hit $1 million just because your brain can't fucking put together how it's going to do it. Just like your brain couldn't put together how it went from $10 to $100,000. You can't put that together either. So stop trying to fucking figure it out and see the visionary opportunity. It keeps going how it has for the past 15 years. It continues to $1 million. Who fucking cares if it's 123 or 100? Does it not mean that you should just be getting as much of it as you can? Because when it hits $1 million, are you not going to think, oh shit, I wish I just got more? Does 100K and 123 all of a sudden not seem relevant right now when the price of Bitcoin is 800K? Because today the price is 123K. Does it not seem relevant if you bought it at $10 or $200? Like if you bought it at $10, you're fucking happy. If you bought it at $200, you're fucking happy. If you bought it at $2,000, you're really fucking happy. Do you see what I'm saying? 100, 123 doesn't mean anything when you look at the real picture. And you shouldn't be selling that Bitcoin anyway. You should be swapping it into other altcoins if you know how to use that or do that, or if you're using my portfolio service. And then at the end, when we go into the bear market, then you convert back into your Bitcoin for storage, but you still don't sell the fucking thing. You then leverage it. You need cash money, then you borrow against it. Why? Because borrowed money's tax-free. You knew that, right? That's why we don't sell our crypto and pay tax. We borrow against it and don't pay tax. Do you make profit holding? Absolutely. I started buying XRP when it was 12 cents. I started buying Bitcoin when it was $6,000. So what do you think? What do you think happened to me by not selling my crypto? Your hodls have outperformed your trades, says Dallas. I promise you it will. And again, I'm not saying you can't trade. I'm not saying trading doesn't work, because some people get really rich on trading. But the truth is 90% of people, if not more, probably 98%, will fail trading. And you would have been better if you just hodled. Even me, I took classes and courses to become a certified cryptocurrency trader, and my hodling way outperformed my trading. I'm just not perfectly skilled for that, despite how great I am in crypto. Trading isn't the right thing for me to make. Although I made some profit, my hodling bag still outproved. And all the work, all the effort, all the watching the screen, I could have just left it and it would have made money. So I realized that there is a small percentage of people that it's the right choice for. But hodling is for the masses. Hodling is for everybody. Everybody can go put a little bit of their paycheck into some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, some XRP, and some Solana, and some Avalanche. 5 very basic entry coins that are going to always do extremely well. And you can start entering the digital space. You can start building wealth for your family. Anybody, everybody, doesn't matter if you work at McDonald's or if you're a fucking executive of a massive company. Everybody has the opportunity to take a little bit of their paycheck and just download an app on their phone and start acquiring some very basic, long-term, secure digital assets. You don't need to be going to buy some SPX 6900 to wonder if it's the next meme coin. You don't need to be going to buy all these other, Pyth, which one's the best Oracle, which one's the best. You don't need to be doing any of that except for those of you that are crypto savvy. For everyone else who's brand new, you can download the app on your phone, understand self-custody, understand using a seed phrase so you know how to protect your crypto, you know how to buy it and convert it in and out of a stable coin, and you just start with the basics: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and maybe some Solana and some Avalanche. And you just start stacking those until you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 grand of each of them. And then when you see what happens to those, then you will start to understand. And very quickly, you will become one of the, but what about this one? Because you'll see the effect, you'll understand. So hodling your portfolio and hodling your crypto over the time is the answer to I know when people sign up for tokenized financial, their mind is here. We're here, and we're going to go here, and then one day I'm going to wake up, and we're going to go boom, and we're going to go yay, and then go here, and then we're going to go here, and then one day we're going to wake up, and we're going to go boom, we're going to go yay, and then we're going to... That's what they think. That's what everybody thinks, because they don't know what a bull run is. They think it's just a lottery ticket day. Yes, there's green candles. Yes, a 100K portfolio will press up to $1 million, but it won't happen the way you think. It won't just be like, my 100K and all of a sudden, boom, it's 900K. Oh, today's the day, everyone. That's not how it happens. It'll be like 200 and then down to 150 and then up to 300 and then down to 250, 230, 220, 210. Oh no, it must be over. 199, 180. Should we get out? You're fucking scammer. I'm out. This is crazy. I'm out. 130, back to 100. This is insane. Sell, sell, sell. Boom. 900K. Oh, down to 600K. Oh, 800K. Oh, 100K again. All within a very short period of time. You will all know when parabolic season happens. You will know because of the numbers of your portfolio. You won't need someone on TikTok to tell you. You won't need a narrative. You won't need a story. You will know. What you will need to know is it now? Now is when I convert? And truthfully, I'll tell you guys a secret. I'll tell you, everyone listen right now. I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you an exit strategy secret. It doesn't really matter where you exit. It doesn't, as long as you're in the profit zone. If you have 10K and you exit at 15K, okay, so you suck at crypto, but you made money. Do you understand? If you have 50K and you cash out at 80K, you should have made a lot more money than that, but you made 30K. Like, what's wrong with you? And if you're doing crypto right and you have, a 25K portfolio, you should be cashing out 50K, 80K, 100K, 125K. But before you do that, it's going to make you earn a title called Diamond Hands. Do you think earning Diamond Hand title is something that just happens easy? And you're like, oh, yay, winning, we're winning, yay, somebody sent me a fucking rainbow and a muffin. Do you think that is how you get to the victory table? It's not. I got news for you. I'm going to be telling people to chill out more than I'm going to be telling them when to sell their crypto. That's the reality of last bull run. That's the reality of this bull run as well. Hodl your crypto, ladies and gentlemen. Keep stacking those digital bars of gold and keep hitting that screen right here at IHodlLife, the only cryptocurrency channel you need, whether you're a beginner or whether you're a pro, right here at the crypto brand. If you hold your crypto for life, how do you make money when you don't sell? Uber guy, you must think bigger. Stop thinking in a poor mindset. A poor mindset is I have money. I buy something. It goes up in value. I sell it. Yay, I have more money. Give your head a knock. I'm serious. Give it a knock. Do you know why? Because you need to start understanding asset value, not money. You want assets, not money. You don't want to go chase money. Every time you get money, you want to get rid of that money. And you want to get assets. Because when you have assets, you can then borrow tax-free money whenever you want. You ever need money. You want to build a roof on your house. You want to buy a cottage. You want to buy a new sports car. Whatever you want to do, you have the leverage capability now of getting it tax-free. And the benefit of not only getting it tax-free because you're using borrowed money is the benefit of not relinquishing the asset that gave you the ability to get it in the first place. You're not getting rid of it. The tool or the thing that gave you the ability to have the money to get what you think you're going to go buy, you're losing it. You're giving it away. You're relinquishing it. You're destroying what gave you the ability. Do you understand? You want to keep that. You want to hold on to that. And you want to utilize its capability. hodling. And once you hodl crypto, once you grow your crypto, once you understand the growth of hodling, you'll then slowly start to understand, as you become a little bit more financially literate towards that, you will then slowly start to understand leveraging of your assets. Do you know that all the rich people in the world, billionaires and millionaires, they don't have bank accounts full of millions and billions. Their net worth is worth their asset value. They have houses and resorts and businesses. It's not cash money. And if they do have cash money, they go and they give it to people like BlackRock, who puts it into a diversified income fund. Why? For tax benefits. You don't sell the shit. What do I think about Caspa? I think Caspa is a reasonably okay new layer one. The thing I don't like about them is they're a proof of work consensus algorithm, and everybody is moving to much more modern, much more intuitive, new types of consensus. Even here, we've developed our own new consensus for the IHodlLife rewards chain. So to be using a traditional old proof of work consensus style, which is pretty much what Bitcoin is, I don't love it. And I know they have alterations. They've claimed to solve the trilemma, but truthfully, we haven't really seen any ecosystem growth from Caspa since they've launched. What about the cold wallet thing everyone keeps talking about? You should be using a cold wallet. Anyone who tells you that you shouldn't be using a cold wallet is just trying to scam you so that you don't use the safe place to put your crypto. Everybody should be using a cold offline wallet. Very soon, you guys hear the talk of digital identity right now. Digital identity and cold wallets are going to become the same thing very, very soon, because your identity and your finance is going to be merged into one thing. We already know this. That's why we're launching the IHodlLife rewards chain. Can ADA and XLM 3 times from here? They can more than 3 times, but not before they test your patience. Not before it goes up and then goes down enough to test your patience. But yes, if you hodl it, if you diamond hand both of those cryptocurrencies, they will significantly much more than 3 times. Are we getting any alt season, or was last November it? Last November was not an alt season. Altcoins didn't explode. Only ISO coins did. We are still on perfect schedule right now. If we get to the end of the year and we haven't seen any growth in portfolios, like we haven't seen at least a doubling of our portfolios, then something is drastically different than previous cycles, and all of us are running around in no man's land, whether we like it or not. Doesn't change the fact that cryptocurrency is the correct asset to be acquiring today. I take profit through the 4-year cycle, Victor, because I understand bull run season, bear market season. I understand late 2026 and 2027 we're going to be in bear market season. So during those times, I will exit the alt season by going into other cryptocurrencies that are long-term holds. And then next cycle, which will be 2028, 2029, and 2030, which will be kind of the next climb up of the next cycle, like we witnessed right now from 2022 until present day. That will be the next cycle that we'll experience, and then we'll convert back from other cryptos back into other altcoins. But those of you who hold on to your altcoins without selling, well, you're gonna hit an 80 to 90% loss in the bear market. And those of you who do sell, you're gonna hit a 40 to 50% loss on your taxes. So this is one of the huge benefits of using tokenized financial. They don't know it yet, our clients, until we get to bear market, but they're going to understand that they're not going to get smoked on taxes by leaving their crypto in the market despite the market going down. But positioning yourself before that happens is incredibly important. What do I think about Tron? I think Tron's a great layer one. TRX is the ticker symbol. A great one to add into anyone's portfolio who's acquiring layer ones. Tron will be used in Asian countries. It is a powerful layer one. It's great for payments, and it already has massive partnerships all around the world. You've been holding for over 2 years. That's perfect. Then that means that you've been holding since 2023, 2024, which is very good seasons to be holding. In fact, if you've been holding for 2 years, 2023, 2024, then you've already seen growth in your portfolio. Because from 2022 until now, the whole crypto space has gone from 2.7 trillion to 4 trillion. Bunch of that was ISO coin growth, but nonetheless, We've still seen Bitcoin go from 60K to 90K and now up to 123K, however you want to splice it. Roni, thank you for that heart me. If you're following my live right now and you love my content, please send me a heart me. No gifts. My channel is a gift of knowledge for you. But I do want those heart me's because they help boost my page. So please send me a heart me. I want your love. And please, I was going to say tap that screen because my goal is 100,000 likes. But never mind. You guys already hit 100,000 likes because you're animals. And I love you. And I'm an animal lover. Imagine that. Ba-dum-bum, 6 points for me. Outaway Yowiz, that's a great way to do it. Large amounts in lesser cryptos is a better strategy for people who aren't really crypto savvy, I promise you. Chasing get this, get that, get this is going to ruin you in crypto. Patience. Don't worry about the other one that's up 20% today. Don't worry about CeeLo that's up 31% today that I don't have in my fucking portfolio. I'm not worried about it. Oh, great, CeeLo's up 31% today. Great for anyone who has that. I sure don't, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh no, CeeLo, it's up 31%. And here's what goes on in the back of the mind of the investor that doesn't know what they're doing. I wonder why. Who's CeeLo? And then my next live, what do you think about CeeLo? Is the comment I'll get from someone. And then I'll explain something about CeeLo and they'll be like, oh. No understanding of what they're doing. Just this hypothetical potential crypto lottery ticket dream going on in the back of the mind based on one small movement of the market. You know? I see it every day. If you did liquidate your Bitcoin and put it all into ISO coins, it wouldn't be a bad play, Babaluba. It wouldn't be a bad play. But coming out of the bull run season, even ISO coins are still going to lose 60 to 80%, whereas Bitcoin may only lose 30 to 40%. James G says, calm down, buddy. James G, you haven't seen shit yet. Calm down. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Calm down. Fuck. I haven't banged my desk. My face is only like 2 shades of red. What do you mean, calm down? He's obviously new, everybody. Welcome, James G. Stick around, my friend. It gets much more intense than this. Wait till somebody fucking lights me up. Then you'll see some activity. Calm down, he says. Oh my God. It's like doing 50. It's like doing 50 in a 50 zone and they're like, slow down! Like, it's 51, man. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand. Anyway, thank you for those. Thank you for that love. But you know what? You don't need to send me those because I only want you to tap the screen and send me heart me's because it boosts my page. I like to tell you guys that my page is a gift of knowledge for you. Not just crypto, not just money, but many things. It's a gift of knowledge for you. So I only ask for the heart me's because it helps boost my page so more people will follow along and see my page. Same with tapping the screen. Other than that, I'm not here to collect gifts. I'm not like that on TikTok like you guys find with other people. I don't want gifts. Give them to your girlfriends. Whatever. Baby Doge says, yell at them. They don't listen. I do like to yell sometimes. You know, I think it just makes me feel good. Why am I so happy? Because I yell a lot and I bang my desk. So therapeutic. Thank you guys for the heart me's. I saw you guys sending me some heart me's. Thank you. I appreciate very much. It helps boost my page and I appreciate that. Eve, you send me that love. You know I want that love, Eve. Any thoughts on Metallicus and XPR liquidity? Nah, I'm not really interested in any of those, Randall, and I wouldn't recommend them. Sassy, you're not supposed to send me gifts. Bap! Oh, she knows. She knows. Damn it, Sassy. Sassy knows what happens if I get a money gun. God damn it, Sassy. You know. You cheater, Sassy. You know what happens next. Now you know I have to shoot the money guns. Ah! Sassy knows what's up. Sassy is a real star, and she knows what's up. So now, while I answer everyone's comments, I'm going to shoot money at you. Thanks, Sassy. Thanks for making me clean up my office. In fact, Sassy, why don't you come over and clean up my office for me? Because it's about to get messy. Let's see if there's any battery power left in this guy. We were destroying it last week, weren't we? Who was it? Who was it last week that had this thing flying? Somebody did. All right, let's see if it's got any power. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Lame. 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 Come on, come on, come on. All right, let's refold. Let's refold. Yeah, that's right. You just need a little bit of TLC. A little bit of lovin'. All right. Sassy, this one's because of you. You gift sending. You gift sender. Don't send me gifts. I don't want any gifts. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. You've got power. I believe in you. I believe in you. Don't make me do it old school. Don't make me do it old school. Aww. Fine. You get old school. You get old school. These things are suck. Don't order money guns on Amazon. Don't order money guns on Amazon. Sassy Real Star wants old school. Sassy. This one's for you, Sassy. Aw, this one got in my coffee. Thanks, Sassy. Thanks for everybody else's entertainment and my hard work. Thank you for the money gun love. Thank you for the money gun love. That's it. You only get one money gun per episode. Don't send money guns. You only get one money gun per episode. I don't want any gifts. Don't send me your gifts. I'm not here for gifts. I'm here to give you guys a gift. All right. Where were we? Where were we in the chat? Where were we in the chat? Fuck. Okay, I can work now. I can work now. Who do you borrow from? You don't borrow from your bank, Shane. The cryptocurrency world is called decentralized finance. You guys really need to, involve yourself with the term tokenization and decentralized finance. So this is basically like going to a digital bank, aka a cryptocurrency project. So for example, there's a cryptocurrency project out there called Aave. You could buy their crypto token. The token is AAVE, called Aave. What do? They're a finance company running on top of the Ethereum blockchain. And what is their finance company? They offer financial services like your bank does, but they do it for the crypto world. So you go to them with a big stack of crypto and say, I want to stake this. I want to provide it and earn yield or passive income, or I want to borrow against it. Some of them will take custody of it. Some of them will tie it up in an escrow account. However you slice it, there's a lot of options. You are earning on your assets. And Aave is just one example. CurveDAO is another example. Injective is another example. These are all cryptocurrencies that offer these services. You guys need to understand what are the cryptos that you're buying and why. They're not some crypto money pretending to be the US dollar. They're tokens that represent new businesses and products and services that service the new blockchain world. And I say new blockchain world because the whole world is going on chain. Just like the whole world went online, we're now all going on chain, whether you like it or not. Data 5. Thank you for that heart me. If you're out there watching my channel and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, please feel free to do so. It helps boost my page. And if I talk about anything that you find beneficial, or you just find me hilarious, which I do think I am occasionally, feel free to tap that screen and show me your love. You borrow against it and you pay interest instead of tax. Yes, Paulie, because the interest is minute compared to the tax. And you still acquire the asset. You haven't lost it, so you haven't relinquished it. So you still own the asset. So as well as trading the interest for the tax, you still own the asset. You don't have to go build up and grow the asset again. In fact, if you're smart, you borrow money and you use a small percentage of the borrowed money to buy more of the asset that allowed you to buy it in the first place. So you're on a continuous growth schedule, especially if you time it properly in bull or bear season. Which coin is a better investment, SHIB or COC? Well, neither one of those is an investment. Shiba Inu and COC are not cryptos you invest in. Those are cryptos that you put money in because you already have a portfolio investment. And you've got enough extra money to throw into some potentials like COC Inu and Shiba, which could be great potentials, but they're not what you buy before you go stack your normal portfolio with some XRP and some Ethereum and some Bitcoin and some Solana and some Avalon. So there's 5 coins. And if what Tristan says is true and I have to have at least a grand or two or it's not worth even holding, well, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, that's $10,000 just on 5 coins. What the fuck am I talking about Shiba for? Unless I have more, do you know what I mean, guys? And I just explain it like that so you understand when I say what coins are fundamental that you should be building a solid long-term portfolio with, as opposed to cryptos in the crypto space that are highly speculative, high potential, but also high loss potential also. And once again, diversification becomes key. And diversification is directly correlated to how much money you have. Sheikh Shaheen says crazy but interesting information. Sheikh Shaheen, I'm the crazy one, but the information is not crazy. This is where the world is going. I encourage you to stick around. I encourage you to come out every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and ask me your crypto questions, because you might discover everything I'm talking about is actually unfolding right now before everyone's eyes. You don't believe me? Digital ID is the talk of the town right now in the UK. On September 26th, they came out in the UK and said, we're making digital ID mandatory. You don't understand what that means. That means you as a person are going on the blockchain. That's right. Your identity, your biometrics, who you are, what you are, on the blockchain. Immutable. There's no going back once that happens. Trucker Ed says, I love your Sunday church. I love how you call it church. I do too much yelling to call it church. Staff, if you're a beginner, follow along. This is the only cryptocurrency channel you need. Be careful of a lot of the chitter chatter out there. Hit that like and follow right here. I'm live every single Sunday. Better yet, everyone out there, feel free to join our community Discord. We are a worldwide cryptocurrency community, so feel free to join the IHodlLife community. We're a crypto brand. You guys can go check out our store at IHodlLife.com. If you want to go out into the world and show them that you're ahead of everybody else, if you want to sport the brand that says, I'm ahead of what you're thinking about, then you rock IHodlLife brand. You can check us out at our store at IHodlLife.com. And for everyone else, join our community Discord. It's the IHodlLife community Discord. And you're going to find like-minded people like you from all around the world in our Discord. A rainbow and a muffin. Thanks, Greggy. You know, sometimes I crack myself up. I mean, I think I'm humorous. I do. Who cares what anyone else thinks? I always tell you guys, your own perception of yourself is what matters. Do I think this will be a super cycle? Yes, I will. And that's why I think the crypto bull run is not going to be the traditional boom, 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 18, 20-day window. I think it's not going to happen that way. I think it's actually going to be longer and more suppressed. And ultimately, it's just going to go and go and go. And I think what's going to happen is not that we're not going to have a bull run. I think it's that we're not going to see that top bottom movement, and it's just not going to go down anymore. We're not going to see cryptos do their 60, 80, 90% drop anymore. I think that's going to be drastically reduced, and I might be wildly incorrect in saying this. We're going to see when we hit 2026 bear market how much loss we actually have. Last cycle, altcoins lost 80 to 99%. We saw Ethereum and Bitcoin lose up to 60 to 80%. So I think Bitcoin was about 60%, but nonetheless, we saw massive loss in the value of crypto. And that's what I think is going to be the big difference. And I think that is a sign of crypto becoming a curve of adoption, of a crypto being adopted by the world in everyday use cases, as opposed to being highly speculative. And the high speculation is what draws the highs and lows. And again, look at the facts. Go back to the internet when it first came out, and its chart looked like this. And then over time, it plateaued. It's no different. I mean, it's no different. It's not hard to look at it that way. So super cycle, yes, and I think what that super cycle is no more going down. It's not necessarily, I'm going to pop bigger than the last pop, because truth is, if you look at each bull run, the pop has been less and less and less, and the reason for that is because the top and the bottom are closing, not because the pop isn't as big. The price of Bitcoin is higher than it ever was. It's not disappearing, it's just squishing into a curve of adoption. Your head doesn't sound like that when you knock on it? What does mine sound like? I mean, I'm alien, so I don't know. What does yours sound like? How do you get borrowed money? You have something to borrow against it. Like, here's my 100 grand in Bitcoin. I want to borrow $30,000 US cash. Example. Why am I so worked up, says Jim. Once again, Jim, you need to stick around. You haven't seen anything yet. I'm not even close to worked up, man. I'm just eccentric and emotional and passionate. Man, you should see me. Anyway, CELO's up 29.4% today. So, all right, comments. We're at comments somewhere. When will we be able to borrow against our crypto? You can already do that now. But you have to have enough money to do so. Unless you're in the six-figure range, it's probably not the right time to do so. And especially at this point right now in the bull cycle, it's definitely not the correct timing for it, but you could if you wanted to. Jim, you hear me loud and clear? Attaboy, my friend. When is Banana Zone happening? Rate cuts do affect crypto a little bit, but not as much as you think because of crypto's inevitable overtake of every industry. Board Bob, you're late. You missed it all. Well, that's the end of today's live. Have a nice day, everybody. Just kidding. Board Bob, where's that heart me? You know I want your heart me. If you're in my live right now and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, send me your heart me. I want your love. Only because it boosts my page. Don't send me any gifts, anyone. Just a heart me because it boosts my page. What if you need to sell to pay off debt? I don't understand. What do you mean if you need to sell to pay off debt? Aren't you investing to get out of debt? Thank you, D. Liepert, for that heart me. Aren't you investing to get out of debt? So if investing makes you money to get out of debt, doesn't it occur to you that this is what's making you money, so you shouldn't stop doing that? Right? So you don't need to use your investment to get out of debt. You need to use your investment like it's what's going to change my life. And me, the person, myself, I'm going to go find a way to make some more money to get myself out of debt. And if investing in crypto is going to help me do that, great. But I'm not going to sit here and count on that as my get out of debt free card because that would be ludicrous. It's an investment. An investment doesn't pay your bills. An investment changes your life, and what you do with your daily hours outside of your investment pays your bills. And when you have enough crypto and enough growth, then you do certain things to make money on your money, and then that becomes your work, monitoring that. What is a Web3 wallet? A Web3 wallet is an offline wallet. People just use the word Web3 because people think the word crypto is scary and the word Web3 is safe, which is why I keep saying over and over, blockchain, crypto, Web3, same thing, just different terms for different segments of cryptocurrency or of blockchain tech. So they break them down that. So you'll hear scammers out there say, oh, you need a Web3 wallet because Web3 sounds very legitimate because we went from Web 1 into Web 2 and now we're going into Web 3 as far as the evolution of our technology. And that's what blockchain is. It's an evolution into Web 3 from current what we have right now on the internet, which is called Web 2. Send emails, receive emails, do online banking, go on the internet, surf the web, connect to Wi-Fi. That's called Web 2. Web3 is the same thing but blockchain based. So we're just evolving to Web3. So scammers out there, because Web3 is a legitimate thing, will say, oh, you need to get a Web3 wallet. And what they're really trying to do is they're trying to send you to some website to connect your wallet, to send your funds over there so they can scam you from your crypto. Web3 wallet just means using an offline or a cryptocurrency. It doesn't even mean offline. It just means using a wallet that holds digital assets. Whether it's an online self-custody wallet or an offline self-custody wallet, or having it on an exchange where you don't have custody of it, all of those technically count as a Web3 wallet in essence. Do I have any opinion on WLFI? Yes, not one I would recommend. Filecoin is a very good cryptocurrency long term. Say is definitely going to grow, but you guys have to understand right now we are in the world of new layer ones popping out left, right, and center. Is Say going to be the greatest? Is Caspa going to be the greatest? Is IO going to be the greatest? Is this going to... Well, none of them are going to be the greatest. The question is it going to have long-term growth? And it would be like buying an XLM or buying a Cardano or buying a Polkadot or buying an Avalanche or buying a Solana or buying an XRP 4 or 5 years ago, like I did at 12 and 15 and 20 cents, and growing it to $1 and $2 and $3 today. Do you understand? It's the same long-term, slow staging growth. You're not going to go, oh, is that the new next one? And that's going to boom. Again, it doesn't happen that way. What's my thoughts on Zcash? No love for Zcash. Will Filecoin reach its all-time high of $238? Yes, it will, but it's not going to happen when you think it will. It's going to take longer time than you think. You love the Tangem wallet? It's all you use? I personally like the SecUX wallet. This is the only one that I use. SecUX V20. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. If anybody wants to use that wallet, I highly recommend it. I use that one, and all of my tokenized financial clients, everyone whose portfolio I broker, I encourage them to go get this wallet so that we're all using the same one. Highly effective, simple to use, holds just about all the cryptos. Awesome wallet. Shout out to SecUX for having such an amazing wallet on the market. Am I teaching to sell or hold? I'm teaching to sell and hold, both. But you don't sell out of the market into fiat cash. So you need to stick around and listen, Fireflame, because selling is moving cryptocurrency around if you understand the 4-year cycle. When you don't understand the 4-year cycle, meaning bull run, bear market, or when to, or you're not using a service like mine to broker and tell you when that happens, then the correct answer is just to hodl, because you're going to fuck it up if you don't know. For those of us like me that are pros and we do know bull run, bear market, well, yeah, when we're top of the bull run, we convert, we let it go back down, we get back in, but we never actually exit crypto. We're just playing the top of the low, but we don't trade and sell because we're up 10, 15, 20, 30%. No. That's trading crypto, and that's not what we do. Once again, we are IHodlLife, not ITradeLife. Trading is for people who think of pipe dreams of getting rich, and they're not going to. They're going to lose money. Mid Valley, thank you for that heart me, and I saw you switch sending me that heart me also. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll remind you guys all right now, everybody in the crypto space, I'll remind you, it is not time to sell crypto yet. Anybody who told you you should take profits, they don't know what they're talking about. They're only saying that because they expected the bull run to happen already, meaning some green candle euphoric moment that hasn't happened. They weren't even here last fucking bull run, and they're expecting some euphoric moment to happen that hasn't happened. And because of that, now they're falling back on, oh, I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, I'll just take some profits, guys. Make sure you take some profits. So at least if they say that, you can't be angry at them later. Well, I told you to take profit. That's called pricing yourself out of the market. That's called your 10K goes to 20K, so you take 5K out, and now you're back to 15K. And now your 15K goes to 21K, and you take 2K. And you could have just fucking left it alone, and you'd be at 40, 50K, but you don't, because you price yourself out of the market by doing what you think is taking profits, because you don't know when to do what you should be doing, because you don't have the patience or the understanding of what's actually occurring. Like 99% of the fucking influencers out there. How many of them shouted out January, February, bull run's over, bull run's over? Bunch of dummies. You should still be buying crypto right now. Mine sounds like a metal plate in my head. Interesting that you say that. So interesting. But we won't get into that. All right, where are we at with these comments? When you buy cryptocurrency, what is it that you effectively own? The same thing when you have fiat money. When you look at your bank account and it says you have this much money, that's the same thing that you're buying when you're buying a cryptocurrency. Because what you don't know about your money is just numbers on a ledger, just like cryptocurrency is numbers on a blockchain. And the numbers of your money on a ledger is not real money. If all of us went to the bank today and said, excuse me, Mr. Bank, Mr. Financial Institutions, we all want our paper. We all want our cash. Do you know what would happen? 3% of the world's money is physical. The rest isn't physical. It's just numbers on a computer screen. That's why when you go to the bank, they don't give you 10 grand to go give to somebody else. They say, whose account can we transfer it to? Because they're not moving any money. They're just moving numbers on the screen. 97% of the money in the world, when they say they're printing money, they're not making physical money. They're just adding zeros on the screen. Do you get it? The physical money's not there. It doesn't exist. Money's a hoax. It's just numbers on a fucking ledger. So for everyone in the traditional financial world who looks at crypto like, yeah, but what is it? It's just numbers on a ledger. It's not real like my cash. Cash is king. Well, to 3% it is. And then outside that, it's just numbers on a fucking ledger, except that's on a database that is not immutable. It's changeable. Somebody has read-write capability, which means it can be altered and manipulated, yet you think that is safe versus crypto? You mean you don't understand? You don't understand what you're talking about is what you mean. You just don't know that. What about Kasongo coin? I've never heard of it. Be careful. What do I think of Litecoin? I think Litecoin fell off the boat a long time ago. Never tell people how much XRP you have, dad life. Treat your cryptocurrency just like your bank account. You don't go around and tell people what's in your bank account, not because you don't want people to know about that, because you're worried about something other than security, right? Security. You don't go tell people what's in your bank. Even if you have $5 in there, you don't go fucking tell people. Why? Because you're embarrassed. You only got $5, you fucking idiot. No, I mean, what I'm really getting at is you don't tell people for security. I was right the first time. Anyway, you don't tell people for security reasons. Do I think XRP will drop below $2 in the next bear market? No, I don't think so, because ISO coins move outside of the traditional market now. If you've been following my channel, then you will already know that ISO coins have their own trajectory. That's why in November, when it wasn't bull run season yet, it's bull run season, but not bull run parabolic time yet. That shouldn't happen until Christmas of this year, pretty much, or November of this year. But in November of last year, we saw ISO coins have a significant surge, which could almost be confused as a bull run. But it was only ISO coins, not other cryptocurrencies. So this is proof of what I've been saying 2 years ago or 3 years ago, that ISO coins will reach a point because of their selectivity. They will reach a point where they will move outside of traditional speculation because they're not speculative anymore. What are my thoughts on Tharwa? Never met her. She sounds cute. If I have 10K to put, what do you recommend? Dr. OneFly, thank you for that, heart me. You don't have to send me any gifts, though. Thanks so much for the gifts, but you don't need to send me any. I always tell you guys not to send me gifts because my page is a gift for you, although I do appreciate them, so thank you very much. Just the heart me's, because the heart me's boost my page, and tapping the screen boosts my page. Everything else, give them to your friends or other people who wish to collect gifts on TikTok. And if you're a beginner, Scooby-Doo, I encourage you to hit that like and follow. I'm live here every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name's Tristan. I'm the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife, which is the world's only cryptocurrency brand. Feel free to check out our store, everyone, at www.IHodlLife.com. And feel free to join our community Discord. Thank you, Carlito, for that, hard me. We are a worldwide cryptocurrency community. And our Discord is the IHodlLife community. DeFi is the last frontier for your freedom? Well, potentially. I mean, once digital ID and finance connects, it's going to be tough. There's going to be no more outside operation unless we're trading, beard hairs for ear hairs. Why would someone trade beard hairs? I don't know. People are weird. I don't know. Thank you once again for your request about Kasongo coin. No Kasongo coin. What do I think about the potential of Aerodrome? When Aerodrome first came out and everyone was shouting it out, it was so amazing. I told you guys, stay away from it. It's okay, but it's built on a layer 2. And if you're really worried about buying Aerodrome, then go with the layer 2 itself, which would be base. And if you're really worried about base or layer 2s, then go with the underlying layer 1, which is Ethereum. So really, most of you should have just bought Ethereum or base. If you're going to expand beyond the Ethereum, went to the base, not all the way to the Aerodrome. It's just unnecessary. And again, unless you have a $500,000 portfolio, what the fuck were you doing running around buying Aerodrome other than the fantasy in the back of your mind that it's the next one that's going to go boom, but there's no boom. No boom, everyone. No boom. And yes, the V20 model is the one I recommend from SecuX. They do have multiple models. I highly recommend this one, the V20. It's the one I personally use. SecuX does not pay me to say that, anything at all. That is genuine, the one I personally use and like. And that's just preference. It doesn't mean other wallets are not good. That's just my preference one. I think it's the best quality based on my expertise in the crypto space. Is there advantages to using a DEX versus a centralized exchange? In the bull cycle, yes. DEXs will often have additional liquidity that centralized exchanges might dry up, which means in the bull run season when a lot of people are trying to sell and your exchange doesn't operate, it keeps giving you errors, you could connect your wallet to a decentralized exchange and make the same transaction and it will go through because there's liquidity there that's not being tapped into, whereas on the exchange, which everyone's using, the liquidity is being tapped and dried up really quickly. Rex's Finance, no thanks. Injective, awesome protocol running out of the Cosmos ecosystem. Any thoughts on XPR? Junk. Just buy XRP. Any thoughts on XCN? Absolutely. XCN is a very good cryptocurrency. This is a token running on Ethereum, and this is a platform for tokenization for JP Morgan. Definitely a good one for a portfolio. What's my opinion on Pinlink? I think Pinlink is overhyped, although I think it's a mediocre-ish cryptocurrency. What is the B-21? I have no idea what the B-21 is. Sounds like a fighter jet. Switch, you cut your hand. I hope you're okay, buddy. You doing all right? Any thoughts on Starknet? Starknet's okay. I mean, if we're going to talk about layer 2s and we're going to talk about ZK syncs and we're going to talk about roll-ups, truthfully, you guys should just be looking at the underlying protocols. Once again, layer 1s wins. What are my thoughts on Inspect? I don't know what that is. Thanks for your question, Coach. HBAR is one of the best cryptos out there. What are my thoughts on Quant? Well, Quant is an ISO coin, so if you've done some research, Hoxton Lad 1, you would already know that Quant is the data sharing center or the rails that basically the chain link. You guys talked about oracles earlier. You know, I could have easily thrown Quant into that, except Quant isn't technically an oracle. It's an overledger, so it's not the same thing, although I could have thrown it into the question earlier about best oracles because it's basically the chain link of the ISO coins. It shares on-chain and off-chain data and the relevancy of them in perfect timing, so it operates similar to a chain link, but it's not an oracle system. It's an overledger. So you can't call them the same when they're not technically the same. However, they do perform similar activities. You're welcome, Emilio. I encourage you to hit that like and follow right here. This is the only cryptocurrency channel that you need. And Edward Shirek Music, thanks for joining in. Solana is one of the best layer 1 protocols out there. It has some of the most growth in its young ecosystem right now. So I would say out of all the layer 1s who are next to do the Ethereum effect, which means from 200 to 2K, the Ethereum effect, I would say Solana is in the best position to do it. Next, not only, just next. Is XLM going to pop when XRP does? This is an uncertain answer or question. I don't know. And I'll never tell you if I do know or if I don't know. I'll just tell you I don't know. And I don't know if XRP or XLM are going to move in tandem or if they're going to move in separation to each other. I have no way to back any information regarding that. We will find out as we go. Both are amazing cryptos. We do know that XLM is a photocopy of XRP, both designed and created by Jed McCaleb, the same founder. But do they move in tandem with each other? They haven't so far, so why would we believe that they do? Other than we know that they had the same founder. Can ZBCN be as big as XRP? No. You heard that meme coins pump last? That's correct. Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance, large cap dominance, mid cap dominance, altcoin season, meme frenzy, huge drop, one quick cycle through all of them again, and then bear market comes. And when I explain that to you, you guys picture in your head this and this and this and this, but that's not what happens. Stretch that over 6 months, stretch that over 3 months, stretch that over even 30 days. And it's a lot more volatile looking than what I make it sound. What are my thoughts on Hyperliquid? I think Hyperliquid is the better DeFi play. If you guys are looking for DeFi plays out of the big talk right now between Hyperliquid and Aster, I think that Aster has a lot more money backing it because of CZ Zhao. But let's face it, CZ Zhao has been kicked out of all kinds of countries. Binance, although still one of the largest exchanges in the world, is one of the first ones I'll tell you to not use over other exchanges. So for all of those reasons, I don't know that Aster is the better choice. I would think that Hype is the better choice. But they're just DeFi plays. And truthfully, if you really want a DeFi play, you should have probably already bought some Injective because it's better than both of them. What are my thoughts on Jake Claver? I don't know who that is. Sorry, bro. Why XRP? I don't understand that question. What do you mean, why XRP? Why Polkadot? Why Ethereum? Why Bitcoin? Why... I don't understand why what XRP? Why did they name it XRP? Why is its logo an X? Why did they use black and white for its color scheme? Why did Jed McCaleb believe that, like, what about XRP do you why? What are my thoughts on Zbeck? Zbeck is extremely overhyped. Told you guys that since day one. Those of you who listened, great. Those of you who didn't, you saw the effects in it yourself. What are my thoughts on Flare and Wrapped XRP? Flare is a really great protocol. Flare is designed for XRP system. Flare is one of my favorites. They have their own built-in Oracle system, and they're designed specifically for XRP, XRP Ledger, yield and gains, and all the stuff that you normally would not build on the XRP Ledger. That's what Flare is for. But there's going to be a lot of scams around that, so be very careful and make sure you're interacting at the right place. ETH is definitely a good one to be stacking. 10 years into the future, owning just one ETH will be big news. Just like today, owning one Bitcoin is big news. Get it straight, everyone. What's the difference between a layer 1 and a layer 2? Layer tubes. A layer 1 is a layer 1 blockchain that you build products, services, tokens on top of, like Ethereum. A layer 2 is a protocol that's built on top of that layer 1 because the layer 1, like Ethereum, kind of sucks, and there's other ones that are faster and cheaper, so we build something on top of it like a Polygon, or we build something on top of it like a Base, or we build something on top of it like an Optimism or an Arbitrism or a ZK Sync or a Linea, or I can go on and on about all the fucking layer 2s to enhance what the layer 1 itself couldn't do, which in this case, Ethereum's case, is speed and price, cheap gas fees and fast transactions, because Ethereum is expensive gas fees and slow transactions. So a layer 2 is an enhancement tool of an inefficient layer 1. But because of Ethereum's solidity and security in the crypto space, it's not going anywhere, and that's where the spawn of layer 2s even came from. And I would never invest in layer 2s before I bought the initial layer 1s first. I would never go buy any layer 2s until I already stacked my proper layer 1s. They're more important. Everything is built on layer 1s. Layer 2s are built on the layer 1. What are my thoughts on Sui? Sui is the same thoughts as Caspa, same thoughts as IOs, same thoughts as Say, same thoughts as all these new layer 1 blockchains that came out that may or may not be great in the future. Sui has high potential. It's had very, very good output so far. It's one that I would recommend for a portfolio in the 6 figures. It's not one I would recommend for a portfolio in the 20 or 30K range. What up, Campfire King? Welcome, and thanks for tuning in to another IHodlLife Sunday Live. Ask me anything. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to get through the comments as fast as I can. Please don't spam the chat, and please be patient once you ask your questions. I'm usually 5, 10, 15 minutes behind on the comments. But in the meantime, while you're waiting for me to get to your comment, tune in because you'll find some valuable information. Do I explain stablecoins versus others? Well, Joel, here on this channel, I can explain anything to you in cryptocurrency, although we never get enough time to get into everything. But the difference between a stablecoin versus other cryptos is a stablecoin is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to a US dollar, which means for each one crypto coin, there's one US dollar or equivalent $1 value. And that $1 value could be a stock, could be a bond, could be a commodity, could be a chunk of gold. As long as there's one value that can tie to a US dollar that equates the same $1 value of that crypto token. So AKA the crypto token on the blockchain is no longer speculative. It's pegged to the price of something that's actual or physical, and in this case, a US $1. So therefore, a stable coin remains at $1. So if you buy 100 grand worth of Bitcoin and Bitcoin blows up to $1 million and you sell that Bitcoin, which means you convert it into a stable coin, and then Bitcoin goes back down to $10,000 in price, well, your money would stay in the stable coin at $100,000 because it's pegged to a $1 US dollar. Do you understand? So a stable coin, AKA the word stable, means the coin or the token is not speculative. It's stabilized by a US dollar. And in my opinion, Bitcoin is much more stable than a US dollar. If you know anything about BRICS nations and what's going on in world trade and world finance right now, you might understand that we might be at the rise or at the beginning of the fall of the US dollar. All empires come to an end eventually. And I believe that the US dollar is on its dwindling point eventually. We're reaching those points. And it's because a new financial system is coming. So a coin that's pegged to a currency that AKA is not stable isn't really a stable coin in essence. But that's what stable coin means. It's pegged to a US dollar. I convert my volatile speculative crypto into that stable coin, and it's going to stay at that price because it's pegged to that $1. And it might variate by a couple pennies, but it's going to stay at that $1. And stablecoins run on top of blockchains. So if you built a stablecoin on top of Ethereum, Ethereum is the layer 1 blockchain, and the stablecoin is a token that runs on top of it that is tied to a US dollar to stabilize its $1 value. And all blockchains, eventually all good layer 1 blockchains will have multiple different stablecoins on top of them. In fact, when countries release their new digital currencies, those will be stablecoins launched on layer 1 protocols. And in the future, that same stablecoin will be able to move across all the layer 1 protocols, but we'll get into that later. So a stable coin is really a crypto coin that's pegged to your country's currency. And right now, US currency. What is my prediction for Quant? I think Quant's going to have a very, very good future because it's an ISO coin related crypto. You started buying crypto in 2022 and building your portfolio. Good. If you've been buying crypto since 2022, then you've already probably 5 to 10 times your portfolio. If you built it okay, you've 3 or 4 times it. If you built it well, you've 5 or 6 times it. And if you built it properly, then you've already made 10 or 12 times what you started with in the crypto space since 2022 until now. That's what crypto looks like. It's not buy it. What day is it? Boom! Yay! We win! It's not that at all, despite what everyone seems to think in the back of their fucking head. But from 2022 until now, my 1K is now 4K is now 8K, now 10K, and I only started with 1K. That's what crypto looks like. And for the guy with the 10K, his 10K is now 80, 20K, 40K, 80K, 100K. And the guy started with 100K, he's got 120, 200, 300, and so on and so forth. Near? No, I am probably not near you. What purpose does TIA serve in the crypto ecosystem? Well, TIA is a purpose-built layer 1 running out of the Cosmos consensus. So TIA serves the same thing that any layer 1 serves. Building in the blockchain space, growing ecosystem, creating value. What do I think about XCL? I think nothing of it. Nothing. Algorand, on the other hand, very good. Why? Because Algorand is a crypto that is ISO approved. Internet computer, if you have Internet computer protocol in your portfolio, hodl it, don't relinquish it, especially if it's down from the time you've bought it, but it is not one that I would recommend at this time for a portfolio. XLM, on the other hand, I would highly recommend. If you convert all of your ICP into XLM, you would be doing yourself a justice. ZBCN, when you hold millions as far as returns, probably nothing because ZBCN isn't really that great. So regardless of how many you hold, your 10K in ZBCN might be 100K in the next 10 years. There's a lot of other cryptos that will produce more. Thoughts on MXC? Sorry, my man, I have no idea who that is. How the hell do you know when to exit? You don't. You come to Tokenized Financial, you hire me for my broker services, and I tell you when to exit. And before that time, you're going to panic a million times and be like, are you sure? But what about, but I'm crying myself to sleep at night. And I'd be like, would you just chill the fuck out? It's not time yet. God damn it. God damn it, it's not time. Your crypto's not even 2 months old yet, let alone 3 fucking years old. God damn it, people. It's not time to sell your fucking crypto yet. Is my face red yet? Is it red now? Now we're going up a shade. Where's all the guys that were telling me to calm down? Now we're at shade level 2, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know when to exit. That's why you use Tokenized Financial Services, so we can do it for you. Because we don't know when to exit. Even over here as pros, we don't know when to exit. We've just been through 2 bull runs. So when it's happening, as it's happening, we know what to do, when it happens. We can't predict when it will happen. We just know when it's happening. So as it's occurring, we're like, oh yeah, this is it. It's happening now. But we can't predict when that will occur, if you understand. And we can take a look at past cycles, which is where I can make the prediction that we should be in bull season in Q4. We can, but that doesn't mean it's proven. That doesn't mean that's exactly what's going to happen. That's just based on as much information as we have. Anyone who's selling you the idea that a crypto is going to go to this number or a certain number, they're selling you bullshit. They're selling you hype dreams. They're selling you likes on their screen. And anyone who has a prediction for you of what's going to happen or when the bull run will exactly occur, again, they're just selling you likes on their screen. When we get there, you'll probably know as I'm telling you, because you'll understand as it happens. What you won't know is what to do, how to act, when to act. It'll be emotionally intense. And you're right, Mr. Jimoki. It doesn't really matter as long as you make money. As long as you're in the crypto game, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm not really sure, but somewhere along the line, my money went from here to here to here. And over the long term, I really acquired the understanding of just gaining assets over time. And there was a couple bull runs where I probably could have cashed out a little more and converted some. And there was other times where maybe I should have bought some more. But ultimately, my life financially and assets completely changed. Why? Because I paid attention to cryptocurrency and I did nothing more but start accumulating. That's the big key. Start accumulating. Don't worry so much about what you're gonna, just start accumulating. Start getting that portfolio built. If you haven't stepped into crypto yet, go get that portfolio structured and ready to go. User 729, I do know what XRP stands for, and XRP was not always named XRP. It used to be called something different. How do I have somebody up here? Chief Jet, what are you doing? I must have accidentally hit an invite. Chief Jet, please leave the live. All right. Is Ondo good for a long-term investment? Yes, it is. And if you know what Ondo is, it's a financial tool designed for tokenization, launched by JP Morgan, built on top of Ethereum. Ethereum's the layer 1, and Ondo is a token built on top of Ethereum, whereas ETH is the coin that represents the layer 1. Both are very good cryptos. It's definitely not time to short the season. You never short crypto. You don't. You just prepare yourself for bear market. There's no shorting. XRP will go way higher than 1 trillion, Mr. Jamoki. XRP will go to like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 trillion market cap in time as things become tokenized on the XRP ledger. So it'll go way past 20 bucks, like significantly. You don't understand tokenization. That's why you can't understand market cap. Zebek is a lot of talk, William. We'll see. What's Arbitrum's potential? I think Arbitrum is okay, but once again, we're talking layer twos. We're talking a slew of layer twos that are built on top of Ethereum to provide better servicing that Ethereum can't do itself, and that's really what Arbitrum is. And really, if you're looking for the best layer twos, Arbitrum is not where you begin. You're going to start looking at Optimism. I mean, Arbitrum is okay. I guess Optimism, Arbitrum, Optimism, Base Protocol, Linea, and ZK Sync would probably be the top layer twos available currently. And with that said, you know, there's been a lot of talk lately, especially with the XRP community, about the Linea network, which is a layer 2 built on Ethereum, you know, eradicating XRP and replacing XRP. And like, man, people are so crazy in crypto, man. NOS is a very good one. Some of my clients have that in their portfolio. Some do not, depending on the size of their portfolio. And for anyone who does have it in their portfolio, well, it has performed extremely well. Keep hodling your NOS. Are you guys following my Twitter X? On my Twitter X, if I'm not building your portfolio for you, sometimes you can get little tidbits of my secrets. On my Twitter X, there's an IHodlLife community tab in there. And in that tab, I wrote in there, put some NOS in it for the bull run, which is just a nice little indicator for anyone who's not in my tokenized financial, and I'm not brokering their portfolio for them, that you guys can get tiny little bits of information if you're following my channels and you're really paying attention. I encourage you guys to follow my Twitter X. I encourage you to follow my YouTube, and I encourage you to follow me right here on TikTok so that you get all the correct information that you need to help navigate crypto the best. Yes, SUI is a layer 1 protocol. That's correct. AVAX is just beginning to warm up, Chief Jet. Absolutely. AVAX, again, is still one of my favorite, if not my number one. It's hard to choose your favorite. But if I had to choose, I'd probably say Avalanche is the best. I'd have to choose that one over all of them. But, I mean, like Avalanche, Solana, Cardano, HBAR, XRP, I mean, these guys are heavy, heavy, heavy players. Like, you can't afford not to have these cryptos, everyone. Don't worry about 0.0000001 and you get 10 million tokens for it. Don't worry about that crypto. You need to be holding the heavies. Fiat is on its last leg. That's where I question the stability of a stablecoin when it's pegged to fiat. In the future, fiat will go back to being pegged. When they relaunch digital dollars, fiat will be replaced with digital dollars. And digital dollars will then be pegged to gold, again, just like it was back in 1970 and prior, to stabilize the token value, because all future stablecoin or future Canada money, USA money will be stablecoins launched on layer 1 blockchains. So those guys will be pegged to gold, and then gold in the future eventually will be pegged to Bitcoin to stabilize its value, because Bitcoin is finite and gold is not. Is XRP the crypto of choice? Well, I mean, you could say that for sure. It's definitely one of the most popular and one of the best out there for sure. Bitcoin's still kind of the king of everything, but you know, XRP will give you better multipliers. Would you guys stop talking about Kasongo coin? Like your whole community in here trying to spam your shitty ass Kasongo coin. Like I understand what you're doing. You guys are part of the Kasongo coin group and you're here asking questions about Kasongo coin. Like, what's that? Is it good? Do you know? Really? And you're just trying to promote your own shitty ass Kasongo coin. Like you guys think I'm fucking dumb? Don't buy Kasongo coin. It's junk. And stop spamming your garbage junk coin in my chat. Nobody wants to buy it. Go launch your coin properly, like a proper coin that I would then tell people to go buy. What is my thoughts on definitive edge coin? It does not have a definitive edge. Be careful. We're at 193,000 likes already. You guys are awesome. Thanks for tapping the screen, everybody. Anyone who enjoys my content, thanks for tapping the screen. And if you're in my live and you haven't sent me a heart me yet, don't forget to send me a heart me. No gifts. I don't want any gifts. But send me heart me's. It boosts my page. Do I hold any theta? No, I don't. I don't hold any V-chain either, and I don't hold any OXO, although I do like OXO. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me's. Yes, guys, I want those heart me's. Send it to me. Listen to the beating of my heart. Just for you. Yes, NOS equals no Sana, and this runs on the Solana blockchain. How do I structure my fees? Thanks for your question, Harm. I charge a one-time setup fee to design our client's portfolio and to design their exit strategy. It only ever happens once. And then I charge a 2% annual management fee. So January of every year, 2% of the portfolio. So clients joining right now as we're in the end of the year will be subject to a one-time setup fee. The 2% annual management fee is included for free for the rest of 2025 naturally. And then starting 2026, if you wish to have continuous ongoing management, maybe bull season and exited now and you don't need to, or maybe you want to continue services beyond that point, and then it's 2% of your portfolio year after year if you wish to have ongoing communication. If you leave the service and come back into the service next bull run, you'll be subject to a setup fee again. So it's really to our clients' best, interest once they're in our program to remain in it, because cryptocurrency is long term, it doesn't end. And even in the bear market, when we're not necessarily looking for profits, we are looking for proper positioning on how to protect our assets, how to earn passive yields, how to pay attention to new protocols, new things. Crypto is still at its virgin, brand new, early potentials. There's still a lot of change and a lot of education yet that we haven't learned. So that's really how we structure our service and our fees. It's a one-time setup fee. And that one-time setup fee varies based on the size of your portfolio. And then we charge a 2% annual management fee. So all my tokenized financial clients know in January, I'm going to come around and say, hey, I want 2% of that portfolio if you want to keep chatting with me for the next year. And some of them will, and some of them will say, no, I'm good. I can do it on my... And that's entirely up to whoever wants to do whatever. Some people find the value in just having me design their portfolio. Most people see the value, at least they will long term, in waiting for that right time when I give them that right information. And between all of that, there's a lot of no information because there's nothing to give, which usually makes people feel a little uneasy, and sometimes it happens. People jump around like whack-a-moles. But ultimately, those who see it through to the end become wealthy, and those who are not meant to fall off the boat. If you start with $10,000, you have a good potential to 10 times your crypto portfolio. Using a service like ours, we could 10 times the portfolio, although that's not guaranteed. If we only 5 times the portfolio like that, you'd still hit $50,000, which is a lot of money off 10K. That's still $40,000 profit on 10K, so that's good money. If you only 2.5 times your portfolio, you're still, $20,000, $30,000. You're still doubling and tripling your money, which is still, good money. So however you slice it, the crypto space is very lucrative, whether you use professional help or whether you don't. But you can always maximize it by knowing what you're doing better. You can either invest the time yourself or you can pay someone to do it. That's the best ways to look at it. And that's why we started our crypto portfolio service. It's mostly for people who are busy executives, busy business owners. They don't really have time to go manage their $100,000 and $200,000 and $300,000 of cryptocurrency, so we do it all for them. And currently right now at Tokenized Financial, we have about $6 million under management. So we have quite a lot of clients, quite a lot of growth in our portfolios. We have new clients that have barely made any money yet, older clients that have made a lot of money, and everybody in between, depending on when they chose to enter into the service. But ultimately, 3 years goes by, and we're going to 10 times those portfolios. Do I know anything about the Descent wallet? Yes, I do. It's in the drawer behind me. In the drawer behind me is every crypto wallet, all of them. I've used all of them. My choice to use this wallet was not just because I bought one and figured I liked it. I have all of them in that. Because I'm a social media influencer, most companies, not all, but most of them have sent me their wallets to ask me to do a review, to check them out, see what I like, or ask me to sell them in my store. Keep in mind, IHodlLife.com is your go-to place for everything crypto. So a lot of companies contact me to try to get their products in our store, but we generally only sell our own branded IHodlLife products so that we keep our luxury brand touch. So we haven't put any of them in our store. Also one of the reasons why we stopped selling SecuX in our store, because it wasn't our own wallet. But still the one that I choose. What's a good number to have in each ISO token? I would say if you're new into crypto and you can put 2 grand into each coin, you're in a good space, because 2 grand at least gives you enough compounding effect that if your crypto 10 times, your 2 grand is going to 10 times, you're going to have 20K. If you have 200 bucks in there, 10 times it doesn't really mean anything, right? So that's where having 1 or 2K in every crypto is kind of the minimum. And if you're a new investor, like I was when I first started, I only had $36. My first crypto investment was 36 bucks. And then my next one 2 weeks later when I got a paycheck was 25 bucks. And that led me on a path to financial freedom. So don't doubt how small your money might be if you're just beginning. I just mean that ideally you want to have about 1 or 2,000. So for those of you with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 50K to invest, I'm talking to you when I say you want to have 1 or 2 or K in each kind of crypto that you're holding, minimum 800 or 900 bucks, or it's not really worth holding unless it's a high speculative, risky, gamble type coin. So that's kind of basic information of how you guys can help yourselves structure a portfolio. Ultimately, if you're over the $25,000 range and you don't know what you're doing, just book a meeting with me. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. You can book a free 30-minute consultation with me. I'll explain everything to you, and you can decide if using my service is the right choice for you. Otherwise, feel free to join our live, awesome, amazing crypto community, and you'll gain all kinds of great knowledge there nonetheless. Do I see a poll? I'm not sure what you mean by a poll. Crypto always does this. So, I'm not sure what you mean by a poll. 1,000 of each ISO coin is a decent start. For sure it is. Any amount of each ISO coin is a decent start. If you're a brokey and all you can afford is to have 50 bucks in all of them, so fucking what? You want to know what I know? You want to know what I know as I'm here calling you a brokey? You're not going to be a brokey one day because you're doing that. It's going to change everything. I promise you. Stay diligent. Don't discount your $20 investment. Don't do that. Fuck all the noise with all these investors that seem so big, and don't sell yourself the idea that you don't have enough money to start investing. The truth is if you don't have enough money, you can't afford to not start investing with your $20 fucking dollars. What do you mean is algo done? I don't understand your comment. Crypto, like less than 1% of the world is in crypto. We've barely even begun the adoption of crypto. What do you mean is algo done? It's an ISO coin. What are my thoughts on Calvin Hill? I don't have any thoughts on him. He's a reasonably good influencer. And that's a big compliment coming from me, because if you know anything about me, I rip influencers apart. I think they're all fucking garbage. They're all just out there selling you fucking likes. And although Calvin Hill is a very good businessman, I don't believe that he's malicious. I don't think that he's the human being that will cut somebody's throat so he can make $1. I don't think he has that character. So for that reason, I think he's good. I think there's areas where his content or his quality of what he's talking could be improved, but that's just my ego telling me that I think I'm better than everybody in crypto and everybody could be, that's just me. But ultimately, I think that following his channel or listening to him won't send you in a bad way in crypto. It'll send you in a good way. And that's kind of how I would gauge an influencer, really. Nobody knows everything. Nobody's perfect. Everybody can make mistakes, and everybody can know or not know something. So you can't really gauge it by that. You gauge it by, if I followed him and I took advice and I did what he was telling me to do, would I lose money? Would he harm me, or would he improve me? And most influencers out there are just going to harm you because they're just selling you likes, And Calvin Hill is not somebody who's doing that. So for that reason, I would say he's a great person in the crypto space to follow. And I wouldn't say anything negative about him. Other than, I think not everything he says is 1,000,000% accurate. But you know what, guys? I got news for you. Not everything I say is 1,000,000% accurate. So, I got to turn the mirror around and be like, wow, you too, Tristan. It's hard to look at ourselves that way, but that's the truth. Why would something be tokenized on the XRP ledger versus another? This is a $1 million question, Tony. Why would anyone tokenize on one blockchain versus another? Why would you go into one drugstore versus another? Why would you go to one restaurant versus the other? Why would you use one bank versus the other? It's the same answer. Choice. Individual choice, and that individual choice may be wavered by so many different things that may or may not matter to each individual, or each project, or each person, or each, do you know what I mean? And yes, for anyone who's asking how to meet with me, if you go to the top of my TikTok page, there's a link there you can touch just under the little arrows, and it will open my link tree. And in my link tree, you can book a free 30-minute consultation with me, which is just a free 30-minute video call. You will get an email once you book the date and the time. You will get an email that tells you the date and the time. And be sure to check the timing. We have a lot of times people book a meeting and they look at my hourly time frame as opposed to their hourly time frame. 10 o'clock for me, 11 o'clock for them. So there's an hour discrepancy. So just make sure to check the time frames when you do book a 30-minute meeting with me so that we connect at the right time. Your biggest is base and ARB. Well, I mean, in the layer 2 world, those are pretty decent ones, MMG. So you've chosen well out of, 10 or 12 different layer 2s you could choose from. It's probably even more of them now. How will Algorand be used? Well, Algorand is an ISO coin, so it's going to be used within the ISO coin system, which is basically the backbone of our new financial system. What are my thoughts on Edge? I don't have any thoughts for you on Edge. Sorry, my man. Is there any pullbacks this month? I don't understand your question. Crypto moves like this, so there's going to be like a million pullbacks. It's going to go down 10%, up 15%, down 12%, so like a million pullbacks. I'm not sure how to answer that question. Crypto doesn't move like this. It doesn't move like this. It doesn't move like this. Even when it's going down, it moves like this. So that means up, pullback, up, pullback, up, pullback. And even when it's going up in the bull season, it's still up, pullback, up, pullback, up, pull. And when it's going sideways all half of the year, like it has been for the last 3 or 4 months, up, pullback, up, pull. So I don't really know what people mean when they say, is there going to be a pullback? Yeah, like CELO's up 30% today. So probably tomorrow there's going to be a pullback on that one. SNX is down 3.3% today. So in the next 3 days, there's probably going to be an uptick on. Do you see what I mean? Like it's so hard to narrow and explain. There's going to be millions of pullbacks and upticks and pullback and upticks because that's how crypto moves. And because of that volatility is why it's HODL crypto, not trade crypto. You think, oh, profit, grab more, profit, grab more. Good luck with that. Tell me how well it happens and how quickly you lose your money and realize, wow, I should just sit on the fucking shit. It's better because I can't keep up with the up and down because how many pullbacks is there? There's millions of them and I can't decide when they're happening. And it's so crazy and emotional. I'd be better just buying the assets and waiting. And that is why we are IHodlLife and we are not ITradeLife. Market cap is the total of all value in the world, not money. Not trillions of dollars in money, trillions and trillions and quadrillions of value. Think about the real estate market. The real estate market is $100 trillion, right? So if we tokenize the real estate market value onto a blockchain, that would give that blockchain 100 trillion market cap. And now the real estate market is 300 trillion market cap. So if we took the real estate market 300 trillion and we tokenized it onto a blockchain, well, now there's 400 trillion running in the blockchain space. 300 from the world of real estate and 100 from our stock market being tokenized. So you have to understand the tokenization value, not the money. There's not quadrillions of dollars in the world, but there's quadrillions of value worth in the world. And that's where the tokenization value and market cap correlate. So that's where in the future we're going to have 100 trillion market cap, not a 4 trillion market cap, because just tokenizing the real estate market, which will happen over the next 5 years, adds 100 trillion to 200 to 300 trillion. And just taking the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange and tokenizing it onto a blockchain like XDC, for example, will add $100 trillion, 94 trillion to be exact, to the crypto space. Think about it, guys. This is where you don't understand market cap. This is where you don't understand how does it get to that number. Not enough money in the world. It has nothing to do with money. It has to do with the tokenized value. The energy grid, the energy sector is 14.6 quadrillion dollars. Do you know what happens if we tokenize the energy sector? That's $1 quadrillion going. No, I'm going too far now. I can't even think that far. With my vision, I can't even think that far. But that is what's going to happen. Blockchain is going to be the underlying source of data for the human race. Period. And when I say blockchain, I mean all consensus, because Hedera technically isn't a blockchain, it's a hash graph. DAG technically isn't a blockchain. It's a DAG. It's a directed acyclic graph. But nonetheless, you know what I mean when I say blockchains. The cost for me to broker your account is a one-time setup fee and 2% annual management fee of your portfolio. So whatever your portfolio is, every year, every January, you pay 2% of that for ongoing communication, ongoing education. You have my cell phone number, I have yours, which means you can ask me anything you need, any help you need at any time, personal assistant, and I will give you information only when necessary. I will not pester you. I will not message you. I'll leave you alone for a year and a half if I have to, if there's nothing I need to tell you other than keep accumulating. So I will give you messages when it's relevant for you to do something with your portfolio, pay attention to a new coin, get ready for the bear market, watch out for this is coming out, anything like that. Other than that, we just stay our course, we wait. There's a lot of waiting, a lot of time. Cryptocurrency is not a lottery ticket. It's an asset growing process. And that's how the service works. One-time setup fee, 2% every year. And any year you wish not to use the service anymore, you just don't pay your 2% fee in January, and we will stop communication with you. The setup fee for building a portfolio only happens once. It's kind of a two-sided service. One, you pay a one-time fee to get your portfolio and exit strategy designed. That's now done. And now you get 2% annual management fee. But your first year is included for free, so you don't have to pay for that for the first year. Any messages, signals that may or may not occur, you don't have to pay anything to have the ability to receive them if they're necessary. And sometimes that's what you pay for. You might pay for a whole year of ongoing messages and there's no messages to give because there's nothing to sell or nothing to do and you haven't asked any questions, so there's no communication that's required at that time. And other clients don't know what they're doing and there's communication all the time because they're learning and still structuring and understanding. It's different levels for everyone based on where you are in the crypto space. But it's important to know we do only broker accounts $25,000 or higher. So you have to scrounge up 25K of your own money or build yourself a 25K portfolio to start with, and then we can broker, build, and design your portfolio. Feel free to book a meeting with me. The link is in the top of my TikTok page, and you can book a free 30-minute consultation. Can I check VVV? I'm not sure if you're referring to VVS Finance on Crypto.com's DeFi wallet, but it's definitely not something I would recommend. Wrapped Bitcoin next. Well, wrapped is kind of how all blockchains are going to interact in the future when they all kind of connect together as one, blockchain web, so to say. But you don't really want to buy wrapped Bitcoin. That just means you're holding Bitcoin on a different blockchain than Bitcoin. So why not just hold it on the Bitcoin blockchain? What's the purpose of holding the Bitcoin on another blockchain? What are you doing as far as transacting or operating with it that it needs to be on another protocol? Why not just hold it on Bitcoin? Yes, I definitely like HBAR. HBAR, as I mentioned, is a hash graph. It's not technically a blockchain, so it's just a new technology of a consensus algorithm. Uses something called proof of gossip for anyone who's looking for AI plays and cross-referencing with a layer one. HBAR will work with a lot of AI in the future because of its consensus. Surf Gravy says, whoa, easy, bro. Once again, you guys haven't seen shit yet. Nothing's broken. I threw nothing through the wall. I smashed nothing. My microphone hasn't even fallen over. You haven't seen anything yet. And my face was only red. It wasn't even purple. You haven't seen anything yet. No, I don't own any Theta, sorry. HBAR, I definitely own. That is a good one. Do I own any ENA? No, I don't. What are my thoughts on XDC? XDC is one of the top cryptocurrencies out there. ZIL, or Zilliqua, on the other hand, is not. If you're brand new in crypto, and you haven't done, a lot of education, a lot of learning, and you just want to start buying some cryptos, I highly recommend you just start with the basics. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. And put it this way, XRP number 1, Ethereum number 2, Bitcoin number 3. That's what you should do. For brand new, you don't know what you're doing. You just want to have someone you're going to kind of learn as you go. That's where you start, right there on those 3. Go buy yourself $25 of all 3 of those. And then as you acquire more money, just keep adding more. Acquire some more money, add some more. Acquire some more money, add some more, until you keep growing up those bags. And once those bags start growing on their own on top of yours, you will start realizing now what's going on. And then a lot of it will make sense. But that's definitely where you start. You start with XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. What do you do with your VeChain? I don't know. I mean, feel free to book a meeting with me if you wish for me to broker your account for you, and then I can tell you what to do with your whole portfolio and all of your cryptos. But other than that, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to do with your VeChain. I apologize. What do I think about World Liberty Financial? I don't think anything about it. As far as the cryptocurrency, WLFI, definitely not one I would be buying. Tim Tech, the price of my expertise varies based on the size of your portfolio slightly, and then it's the same cost for everyone annually. It's 2% of your portfolio. So 2% of whatever your portfolio is. If you have a 10K portfolio in January, it's 2% of your 10K. If you have $1 million portfolio in January, it's 2% of your $1 million. If you sold it all in December and you've got $1 in there, well, you owe me 2% of your $1. Simple as that. Some years in January, your portfolio will be up. Some years in January, the portfolio will be down based on bull run, bear run. We understand this. Doesn't matter. Every January 7th or 8th specifically, we start messaging our clients and say, hey, if you want another year of service, please feel free to make your 2% payment. And if you don't wish to, then don't make your 2% payment and we will end communications. So VeChain has no future? What are you talking about? When did I say VeChain has no future? I don't understand where you took that from. What? VeChain is a layer 1 that's partnered with Walmart and they're amazing. Like, what are you talking about? What did you hear? Do I think crypto will ever be tax-free? No. No, crypto's not going to be tax-free. Are you ever going to be able to go out there and make money and the government's not going to find some way to take it from you so that they can sell you the illusion that they need your money? Because I got news for you. They don't need your money. They don't need your money. Remember when I told you when they print money, they just add numbers to the screen. They don't actually make the money. They don't need your money. They could just add numbers to the fucking ledger. Canada doesn't need my taxes. They can just go to the Federal Reserve and say, Mr. Federal Reserve, can you add some more numbers to the screen and give me some more money? And then there's more money just magically created out of fucking thin air. That's what happens. They don't really need your taxes. They don't need your money. It's not necessary. That's only the illusion is needed. The illusion for you to believe that your money is going towards something is the whole purpose of all of it. It's all about conditioning. It's all about what you don't know. Robert says tokenized financial is great. It's definitely the way to go. Thanks for that shout out, Robert. Robert is one of our very happy tokenized financial clients. All of our clients are happy tokenized financial clients. Every now and then, based on what's going in the market, they bounce around in volatility like the crypto space does. This is very normal. But long term, once they stick around and they've been here for a period of time, they start to recognize the growth. They start recognizing the security and the safety of the IHodlLife community and the ongoing ability to connect with me whenever they're needed or whenever it's needed for them. And that's really the true value of tokenized financial. So for those of you out there in the $25,000 range or higher and you're not really sure what you're doing, feel free to book a meeting with me. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. You can book a free 30-minute consultation and we'll talk about whether brokering your account is the right idea for you. Shay says, stop screaming. I so want to scream right now. I just want to like bang my desk and scream only because Shay said stop screaming. Like screaming or not does anything other than when I scream, you pay more attention. When I get all angry and yell, you know what? People always say, I learn the most, Tristan, when you're ranting. Why? Because I'm emotionally reaching you. And if I can reach you, I can teach you. I can give you the best information, but it won't register. But if I can emotionally touch you, even in a negative way, I'll get the information to you because I've reached you. So that's some of the reasons why I get excited and bang my desk and yell and all that kind of stuff. But truthfully, I get a kick out of it when people are like, calm down, stop screaming, bro. Holy fuck, what are you doing? You're up here changing people's lives. Literally, I should be screaming at the top of my fucking lungs. We're changing people's lives over here. We should all be screaming. We're changing people's lives over here. Shay 90210, come on over and let's scream together. God damn it, Shay, let's scream together. What are my thoughts on Crow? You should be buying just enough Crow to utilize the Crypto.com exchange because their exchange is very good and they're going to offer crypto features and traditional financial features as well. So all you traditional investors who aren't in crypto yet, you're going to find an exchange like crypto.com very easy onboarding into the digital sector, which is inevitable. All of you traditional investors are going crypto whether you like it or not, because everything is going to get tokenized. Do I have any opinions on Lombard? I don't know what that is. Sounds like a sled or a snowmobile or something. Hey, did you just get the new Lombard SXT 700? Sure did, bro. I'm going to smoke the fuck out of your Arctic cat. I mean, that's what it sounds like. Fuck yeah, man. Lombard 700, mothers. I don't know what it is. Sounds like a snowmobile. If you had 200K, what would you buy right now? If I had 200K right now, the first thing I would do is, if I'm asking a question, what would I buy? That means you don't know what you're doing. That means you should be going to the top of my TikTok page. You should be clicking the link. You should be booking a 30-minute consultation with me, and you should be hiring me at Tokenized Financial to design your portfolio for you. That's what you should be doing with your 200K. And then your 200K has an opportunity to multiply to $2 million or more or less, but it's going to multiply. Staking your crypto is a good idea, William, but not now at this time of year. You want to do that in the bear market for passive yield. In the bull run, if you stake your crypto and we have a parabolic 10 or 20 or 30-day window, it's going to take you that many days just to unstake your crypto. You're not going to be able to convert it. So make sure you're only staking crypto that you don't plan on moving or converting or utilizing the 4-year cycle with. What do you start investing in? You start investing in yourself. And that begins with education. You don't just run into crypto. What do I do? Where do I get rich? That's not going to happen. You're going to lose all your money. But what you do is you invest in yourself. You enter the crypto space. You follow a community like the IHodlLife community. You join our Discord. You watch my lives for a few Sundays. You start understanding what it means to buy some crypto, hodl some crypto, self-custody. And then before you know it, you're starting to get involved. You can't just run into a new sportsplex on a sport you never played and just run onto the field and think you know the rules and what you're going to do. You can't. You have to do a little bit of training and practice and figure out what's going on, and then you play the game. So really what you invest in first is yourself and your education and understanding of what you're about to do. That's the biggest mistake people make in crypto. They just run in and buy shit, treating it like a lottery ticket, and they don't even know what they're buying. If I want a dollar cost average is only something you do as the price is going down. It's not something you do when the price is going up. When the price is going up, you still accumulate. So dollar cost averaging is only a one-way road. Say something about Aster. Aster is a brand new DeFi protocol, very similar to Hyperliquid. I highly recommend Injective over both of them. With my services for your portfolio, how do we get exit strategy if we don't continue services in January? You don't. You get exit strategy only when the exit happens. I can't force it to happen in any given year, which is why most of our clients remain with our service always, because they're not only waiting for that sell signal that may come at any time, they're also getting ongoing education. They're also finding about new cryptocurrencies. They also have the ability to send me a text message and ask me whatever they want for whatever understanding they need in the crypto or investing journey until we get to that time where we sell. So this year, when we come to January, if we haven't hit bull season yet, all of our tokenized financial clients are going to face that reality. Oh no, it hasn't happened yet. Do I pay another 2 years now and I haven't got a signal to sell? Absolutely. Absolutely you do. And if 2025 comes and there's something that you're going to want to know, you're going to be glad you renewed your service for 2026. And if nothing happens in 2026, well, then we wait around for 2027. And if 2026 bear market happens, well, you're going to be glad that I positioned you for your cryptocurrencies before the bear market struck and took all of our profits. So however you slice it, year after year, there's continuous ongoing need for that assistant or that questioning or that help. But in between, there's a lot of no chatter, not needed, because there's nothing to talk about other than keep stacking, keep stacking. And the best thing anyone can do for the last 3 years of their life is just keep stacking. Just keep stacking. Clients that started with us 2 years ago, I'm still telling them today, just keep stacking. And I know sometimes in their head, they're like, but what about my lottery day? But what about, and I'm telling them, just keep stacking. Because they don't quite understand how it's going to play out, but I do. Yes, SRC is in our community. He is a large community member as far as active there on a regular basis, attends our real world events. We are a worldwide cryptocurrency community here at IHodlLife. So we have community members from around the world at all hours. You can join our Discord. There's probably some chitter chatter going on. And we do real life events. This year we had a in real life, a real world community meetup in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And we spent an evening on a boat floating around the harbor in Toronto. We had some amazing food and some amazing prizes. And most importantly, we got all together to meet outside of our digital connection, which we all share in crypto. So that's what IHodlLife is as a whole. It's a worldwide, vast community of people just like you. So hit that like and follow. Make sure to join our Discord and definitely stick up here every Sunday. You can always get the goods on what's going on our real life get-togethers, what's going on our Sunday lives, what's going on in crypto. And absolutely don't forget to go check out our store at IHodlLife.com. I am the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife, the crypto brand. And I'm also the founder and the CEO of Tokenized Financial, which is our DeFi section of IHodlLife, which is where you get the services from Tokenized Financial. And in the future, we're looking to launch our own layer 1 blockchain, the IHodlLife rewards chain. Many of you may already know about that. And this is where Tokenized Financial is really going to shine once we bring tokenized financial services on chain and we offer to the world the crypto version of Edward Jones. Any person in the world will be able to come to us and simply we'll show them how to start investing in crypto. Mr. Garrison says he's cocky. That's funny with a name like Mr. Garrison. So funny. So funny. Anyway. RWA means real world assets. So my house is a real world asset. If I tokenize that on the blockchain, that blockchain would be then working with RWAs or the tokenization of my RWA, which is a real world asset. If I tokenized my wallet for $200 on the blockchain, so now there's a token on the blockchain that says this is Tristan's wallet worth $10, well, or $100, $200, then that would be tokenization of that. And even this, I could tokenize and add $150 value to a blockchain. So you take all the possessions of everyone in the world and you start tokenizing them, and we're into quadrillions of dollars of value. Once again, 100 trillion market cap is a joke when we really look at the big picture. However, this is not a tomorrow or a next month. This is a 5, 10, 15, 20-year rollout as blockchain technology, elliptic curve cryptography replaces our internet. What do I think of NMY, NMT? I have no idea. I've never heard of them. If you're interested in doing the tokenized financial services, Petra, please book a meeting with me. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. Just go to the top of my TikTok page, and just under the arrows, you'll see a link. It opens my link tree, and in the link tree, you can see book a free 30-minute consultation. It'll then pull up my calendar. You can book a date and a time. Make sure to check it with your your hours based on your time schedule. And where you're located in the world. And then I will see you in a video meeting. You'll get an email with a link to join a video meeting with me at that time. So funny, the AI thing here that TikTok puts in here. Probably, Petra. I mean, most people's portfolio I see are horrible, and that's why they hire me to redesign them. So, and then their portfolio starts making money. It takes a little bit of time. It doesn't always happen right at first. But over time, then they realize, yeah, my portfolio is growing. It's fattening. It's the right positions now. $150K by the end of the year. I don't know if we're going to see it by the end of the year because I'm the first person to tell you that I can't choose the time frame. But by the end of the cycle, I believe we're going to see a 300K Bitcoin. I believe that the top of Bitcoin is 280K. I rounded out to 300K, but I call between 250 to 300K, rounding out at around 280. Do I like Epic Chain? Not really. I mean, Epic Chain's okay. It's not as great as some influencers are making it sound. Once again, same influencers that shouted out Zbeck. Same influencers that shouted out ICP. I mean, I don't know how you guys don't see the fucking patterns. But anyway, hit that like and follow right here on the only cryptocurrency channel that you need. That's correct, Petra. I only broker accounts that are $25,000 or higher. If you have less than 25K, I can't broker your account for you. I'm too busy. So you're going to have to follow my community, follow our Discord, grow your portfolio up to 25K, and then you can hire me for my services. You know, seller 5 stars, I would recommend that you book a meeting with me. If you're over the 25K range, if you're under the 25K range, I can't really tell you what to do with your Ethereum or your crypto. However, you're not thinking incorrectly. I'll say that. A crypto protocol is a set of foundational rules and procedures that govern decentralized network. I don't know what you're talking about, William. A crypto protocol is the method in which it operates, like any protocol. And not all cryptos or all blockchains are decentralized. Never mention the amount on here, guys. I don't even mention amounts on here. That's why I say book a meeting with me. We'll talk about it. You guys should never talk dollar values of things in public like this. It just creates targets on your back. It just creates haters on you. It just creates all kinds of things. So keep your money and your finances and your numbers private. Do you think that XRP is going to become your own bank? No, this is just XRP maxis doing too much fucking drugs. Sure, XRP is going to be great. Sure, XRP is going to make people a lot of money. Is it going to become its own bank and be like saving WorldCoin? No, it's just not. It's just not. Careful with the XRP hype. The XRP community sells it the best. Tarek says, we know all of this. What are you adding? Then what are you doing here, Tarek? Like, if you know all of this, then why aren't you offering the service like I do? Why aren't you helping more people? Why don't you, Tarek, have a channel with all kinds of videos and free content for people to learn? If you know all this, Tarek, why are you here talking shit to me saying, oh, well, we know this. What are you adding, Tristan? Well, I'm adding my time. I'm here for hours every Sunday teaching people what they don't know. What the fuck are you doing, Tarek? I mean, come drop your shit on my channel. Watch me verbally smack the fuck out of you. I'm not one you want to challenge that way. So if you know all of this, my first question is why you fucking here then? And if you do know all of this, you wouldn't be here, which means you don't know all of this. You just think that you do. Or you still wouldn't be here. You'd be like, yeah, whatever. Just like I don't watch other influencers because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And I can only stomach them for like 8 seconds. And I'm like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. See ya. And as soon as I detect he doesn't know, I'm gone. Like, see ya. But the fact that you're still here is directly opposite of that. So really, you just want to be a hater. You just want to be like, oh, what are you really adding? What are you really? Go ahead and hate, bro. I love haters. Every hater I get is like an accolade of being great, because people don't hate that which is not great. They hate that which is great because jealousy settles in subconsciously, whether they admit it or not. So what am I adding? I'm adding fuel to your already invigorated fire based on my response to your comment. Welcome to my channel, friend. Welcome. What's my thoughts on GGI game? Never heard of it. DBI Leapert, D Leapert, Derek, I think it's Derek. You ask me a lot in my lives about cryptos that like I've never even heard of, like just like garbage, never heard of crypto. So I just want to question, Derek, where you're hanging out in the crypto space, who you might be following on social media, or where you're putting your time and attention and where you're gathering your information. Because when someone keeps coming to me constantly week after week and they're asking me about cryptos that are just like trash, well, they're not getting this information nowhere. So that means that you're somewhere in your social media or somewhere in the Web3 or crypto space acquiring bad information. And I caution you. I caution you to take attention to your environment. You don't need to have wrapped BTC to do DeFi. You could do DeFi with Aave and they don't wrap your BTC at all. They just allow you to borrow against it, which is DeFi. Wrapped Bitcoin just allows you to use Bitcoin as DeFi on other protocols that are not Bitcoin. That's all Wrapped does. Am I still buying cryptos? Yes, I sure am. Today, I'm not buying a lot because it's a pretty green day today. I mean, you could buy some M today. You hear that, M? M is a good buy today. It's actually down for a day. Can you guys believe that M is actually down for a day? Because it's just been going up and up and up for the longest time that we've been talking about it. And anyway, So meme core is down 5.3% today. Synthetics, which is a pretty decent DeFi protocol since we've been talking about DeFi, is down 3.6% today. Kava Network, which is okay-ish, is down 1.7 today. Centrifuge is down 1.1% today. And those aren't really down numbers, to be honest. They're just fluctuation of the market. So if you were entering today, those would ones that I may want to enter in because it's a red day. But ultimately, nothing is really on sale. And as we're in the bull run part of the season, there's no more on sale. There's just grab as much as you can before it's too late. Because when you get to the time when you do experience what you're waiting for, which is called bull run or parabolic season, the only thing on your mind is, why didn't I buy more? The whole fucking time I wasted wondering what if, when if, how if, I should have just been focusing on how much can I get. If I would have just focused on that, I would have made more money. I would have done better. I would have changed my life sooner. But instead, I spent 50 of my time caught up on what it might be, what it could be, instead of just doing what you should be doing, because now is the only thing that matters. There's no future or past. There's only now. And in the future, we're going to get another now eventually, but it's going to be based on what you do with your now. What are my thoughts on ADA? ADA is an amazing cryptocurrency, one of the top performers last bull cycle. Charles Hoskins, the guy who is the founder of Cardano, was also an original founder of Ethereum with Vitalik Buterin. And Cardano, in my opinion, is one of the most technologically advanced blockchains on the planet. It is one of the best quality blockchains on the planet. And in the future, it'll be used as a payment system for all kinds of countries around the world. That is definitely the number one rule. Anyone following my channel right now, if anyone reaches out to you, they are scammers. There's nobody direct messaging you to help you. If anyone direct message you, it's a scammer. It doesn't matter if they pretend to be Calvin Hill. It doesn't matter if they pretend to be IHodlLife. It doesn't matter if they pretend to be any other crypto influencer out there. If they're direct messaging you, they're there to scam you. There's nobody. I'm a nice guy. I come here on live for 3 hours. And even me and my niceness and my genuine character, I don't have fucking time to direct message you guys individually to help you with your fucking future. I just don't. And neither does anyone else. So pay attention when someone's reaching out to you to help you. If you're not reaching out for help, be very careful if someone reaches out to you. Nobody gives a fuck about your money other than to take your money. Michael says XRP is terrible. This is why you don't listen to crypto, anyone. Because dummies like Michael come out, and sorry for calling you a dummy, Michael, but I mean, based on your comment, kind of hard not to. Like the number one crypto in the crypto space, and he's like, oh, it's terrible. No research, no idea what XRP is, no understanding of the XRP ledger, no understanding of any of that. Yet he's got an opinion on it. And worse than having an opinion on it, which is not a good opinion, he goes out and tells people, which could potentially jade somebody else's opinion. Maybe somebody thinks Michael knows what he's talking about, and they're like, oh, I heard XRP was terrible. And this is where all of the misconfusion in crypto happens from people like Michael who don't know what they're talking about, and they just don't understand. Like, if you don't know, just don't say. Shut the fuck up. Why do so many people have an opinion on what they don't know? They're like, well, that's what an opinion is. It's just what I think. Well, that doesn't mean it's correct. Doesn't mean it's correct just because that's what you think. It's crazy how many people have an opinion on crypto, yet they know nothing about it. I don't understand how people generate opinions on no knowledge. My opinions are generated on what I know, not on what I don't know. If I don't know, I go research because I don't have an opinion yet. I'm not sure. And I'll say it in my life. What do you think about this crypto, Tristan? I don't know. Never heard of it. What's that? I don't know. I don't have an opinion. Can't tell you. No, oh, it's terrible. No fucking clue what I'm talking about. Like, it's one thing to fuck your own life up. It's another thing to fuck up other people's life because you're dumb. Like... No, don't buy KGO. It's garbage. From now on, moderators, anyone who's promoting Kasongo coin, just mute them for the rest of the chat. You don't need to block them, but please mute them for the rest of the chat. Supreet, thank you for your hard me. It's just a garbage crypto that they're trying to raid my channel with. How big is my team? Big enough to handle you, my friend. Big enough to handle you, Tim. I do have a team at Tokenized Financial, but I personally deal directly with all of my clients. So it is me who you will have a meeting with. It is me who will design and explain your portfolio to you. Yes, I do have people working with me that will assist you in other areas, especially with education, learning how, what to, when to, but I will answer all of the big questions on what you're doing with your portfolio and why we're doing. In the future, as we grow and as we scale and as we start to open physical locations around the world, we will increase or input into our system a CRM system, which will automate a lot of things. And people now who have the opportunity to meet with me face to face, that will vanish in the future as we replace teams and groups and systems to do the service that I'm offering. Oh, I see what you're saying. Do you believe in keeping your own XRP and becoming your own bank, not is XRP going to become its own bank? Well, absolutely. That's what you do with your assets. You hodl your assets, you take all your fiat money and you put it into crypto and you become your own bank. You leverage some of it you might spend, some of it you might just hodl, and you leverage it through blockchain technology. The time of getting your paycheck and giving it away to the bank is over. Do I think that waiting for the SEC decisions will pull applications and resubmit using S1? I don't think that the SEC's opinion has anything to do with ETFs. I think all this is just a big media stage and a media ploy to keep stupid people stupid. And the real truth is ETFs is nothing more than validation of everything I've been telling you guys for the last 3 years. Stack your fucking crypto bags. Shout out Big Pimpin'. Did I hear from Dubai Mining? I sure didn't. Never heard of them. Be careful, could be a scam claiming to be some mining company from Dubai. Or maybe they're a legit company, but nope, I never heard of them or from them. I definitely do know my shit, Tim Tech. You can put me in a room with any crypto, blockchain expert, influencer, I don't care who it is, and I will gladly have open conversations with them to prove my knowledge. Harm says, you can't trust a conserved con artist. I bet this guy is honest. Wait, what? What? Harm, your comment is so bipolar. You can't trust a conserved con artist, followed by, I bet this guy is honest. Wait, what? What are my thoughts on IOTA? IOTA is a quiet ISO coin. It is improved in ISO coin. It was, in fact, the first fee-less blockchain ever created. IOTA is a really big powerhouse. It's a good crypto, very elusive. Not very many exchanges allow you to get access to it. But if you do get access to it, stack yourself some IOTA if you've got portfolio space to fit it. You know, Eve, that's what I try to do, so thanks for your comment. Eve says, I learned so much from you in simple terms, if that makes sense in a good way. That's really what I know my skill is. My skill is explaining everything about crypto in a way that it just makes sense for people. And I don't know why I do it, but I do, and I recognize that as well. I recognize I just say it in a way that helps everyday people get it and understand it, so the illusion and confusion of crypto and blockchain makes it make sense. And that's really why I started going live and started teaching people, because I recognized what I was sharing with people was changing people's lives. It wasn't just about me making money and changing my life. It was about being like, wow, that guy changed his life because of something I said. Wow, that lady changed her life because she followed my channel. Wow. And then it almost became like an addiction to see other people improving themselves based on my information. And that's why now I go live every Sunday, always, consistently, no matter what's going on in my life, because there could just be one person out there that's taking something so valuable from my 3-hour live on Sunday that it's everything to them. And they don't even know that. It's just where their life ends up because of it. It's everything to them. It could be as simple as just the process of learning to start investing. It could be as simple as just hearing the word crypto and hearing it from a voice that sounds reasonable, and now they start getting invested or involved and they never would have. I can't really splice out how it works, but I know the overall value. So thanks for that comment, Eve. That's why I'm here every Sunday. I hope that I'm helping you guys navigate the crypto space the best. It's investment world. There's nothing certain. There's nothing guaranteed. Nobody can promise anything. You missed the rants, little giant? Some people are in here, I wish he would rant. And other people are in here, would you calm down, dude? Mr. Jamoki, I'm not going to tell you what to do with 200K. If you have that, feel free to book a meeting with me. We can talk about me brokering your account. Oh, I know, Soto Face. I always get some people who come in and complain about me, and I know. I'm not worried about the skirt wearers. I'm not. I do keep it real and I lay it down how it is. If I offend you, well, I don't know, maybe you need some self-work because I'm actually a pretty nice guy and I lay it out pretty honest and real. So if I did offend you, I mean, it could be an indicator that there's some self-work that needs to be done there because, maybe the ego is jumping in just a little bit. And I know I struggled with my ego for a long time, so it's not like I'm blaming you, but, you know. Do I think ICP will perform as it's expected? I don't know what you mean by that. What is expected? What did you expect from ICP? Jay Flores, I'm glad you found my TikTok. Also, I'm live here every Sunday to teach about crypto for free, or at least share as much information as I can. You're never going to learn it all in one session, so keep coming out every Sunday. And little by little by little, you get enough pieces to put together your crypto journey. Feel free to join our community Discord, everyone. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. Has the bull run started? Yes, it actually has started. We are in bull season. We just haven't seen the parabolic section of the bull season yet. Anyone who has been using my services with Tokenized Financial from 2022 until now, your portfolio has grown. Some of them even over 10 times. Some of them 3 or 4 or 5 times, depending on what they hold, depending on how much money they have, so on and so forth. And some people that have been using my service for only a year or two, they've only seen a little bit of growth so far, depending on where we are in the cycle and what's occurring. But ultimately, you stick around for some time and, 2, 3, 4 years in there and you'll see that it was the greatest decision you've ever made. You're welcome, William Cliff came into William. That's now your name, William. It's your first name and your last name amalgamated into one blurb. Willif. Anyway, he's like, okay, dude, you can stop making fun of my name now and just stick to your crypto shit. You're right. He's right. He's 100% right. But I do take the time out of my day on Sunday because I changed my life on crypto. Since I started teaching crypto, I've witnessed other people change their lives. And I guess I'm a little bit addicted to that now. And it also grows my brand. It grows my company, Tokenized Financial. It introduces me to new people to find new investors as we're looking to launch Tokenized Financial as physical stores around the world. So, I mean, there's reasons more than just why I'm here, just to educate for free also. It's also part of me growing my brand, my company, so it's all really part of one big parcel. And I hope it becomes very valuable educationally for all of you. Maverick says he's listened to many crypto influencers, but this channel is top tier. Tristan knows his stuff. Well, I mean, thanks, buddy. Fetch AI, what's my opinion? I think Fetch AI is one of the best AI plays out there. So if you guys don't know already, Agix, which is Singularity Net, Ocean Protocol, ticker symbol Ocean, Kudos, and Fetch AI have all merged together to become the Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. All of these are top tier cryptos in the AI world. I'm not sure, Derek. Feel free to send me a message. I think, Derek, you're one of our clients in Tokenized Financial. Feel free to send me that message in our direct chat and I can answer it for you about your portfolio. Hi, Lola. How are you doing? You're in New York City and you want to know the time difference between New York and Canada. I'm not sure. What time is it for you right now, Lola? It's time for me right now is 2:47 in the afternoon. I'm in Ontario, Canada. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, which I think New York is also on, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be 2:47 for you also. And if it's not, then you know the difference based on whatever time it is where you are, because it's 2:47 for me right now. Yes, I do still believe there's parabolic section of the bull run yet to come. Yes, I do believe that. Do I believe it's slightly suppressed from previous bull cycles? I think I already knew that, yes, but do I still expect some pump action? Yeah, I do. I do. You guys know I don't like to sell pipe dreams. I don't like to sell the lottery ticket, but yeah, I do expect some pump. What are my thoughts on Filecoin? I think Filecoin is a decent, stable, long-term crypto. Not necessarily one that you might want to buy for multiplying, but definitely a good, secure one. Can you leave your crypto on Uphold? Well, you can if you want, but you're giving up self-custody. Uphold now owns your crypto. Thank you for the heart meme. Thank you. I appreciate that. Helps boost my page. So instead of leaving it on Uphold, I mean, if it's over 5K, why not just send it to your own self-custody wallet? You could download a self-custody wallet on your phone for free, or you could go buy, you know, the best wallet in the world, like this guy right here, for 150 bucks, and then you've got your own control of it. That's the right choice. If you're over $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, why are you not buying an offline wallet and protecting your crypto? Like, why not? Are you that fucking lazy? I mean, if you really want to leave it on the exchange, go ahead. If you want to tell yourself, oh, well, it's easier to sell and I want it, whatever you want, you should be using an offline wallet if you're over 5K. You're welcome, Harm. You are welcome. Thanks for following along. Don't forget to hit that like and follow. For anyone who doesn't know, my name's Tristan. I'm the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife, which is the world's only cryptocurrency brand. Feel free to check out our store and rep our brand out in the real world. Our products are very, very high quality and they are attached to the blockchain. Very cool. Smart clothing. www.IHodlLife.com. And I'm also the founder and the CEO of Tokenized Financial, which is our asset management firm, building you guys the portfolios because cryptocurrency is the way. So we operate like a crypto version of an Edward Jones. You can come to us. We build your portfolio. You keep full custody of your assets at all time. We do not take your crypto. I repeat, we do not take your crypto. We just have direct communication with you, and we're going to educate you about what to do with your crypto so you get to become your own financial advisor. You get to learn the process of what we're doing, and you have us just as a security tool, not as someone that's handling or operating your assets. We're just providing information. You handle your assets. You get self-custody. You hold control of all of your money at all times. HBAR and NEAR are both really, really great cryptos. I definitely recommend stacking both. Same with XDC. All of those are fantastic cryptos. You have a date scheduled November 15th. That's pushing it. You might want to book sooner. You might be booking a meeting while we're cashing out. Maybe. Seeger Experience Tampa says, I realize I know nothing and that's why I'm here. And you know what, Seeger? That's the same reason I'm here. I know that I know nothing and that's why I'm here. And the more that you realize you know nothing, the more the door of wisdom opens to you. Felix says, I'm new here and I love your directness. Well, welcome. I mean, every now and then I rub somebody the wrong way. But other than that, you know, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like and follow right here at the only crypto channel that you guys need. And look, it's already 3 o'clock. We're already at the end of our live. That's crazy. How did 3 hours go by so fast today? I had a section to talk to you guys today about digital ID. It's the talk of the town right now. It's going to talk about digital ID, how it's going to work, what blockchains are working on it, what cryptos are in digital ID. So I guess you guys are just going to have to come out on Tuesday for Tech Talk Tuesday. And Tech Talk Tuesday is going to be all about digital ID and how IHodlLife Rewards Chain is incorporating resident identification along with traditional digital identification that is about to roll out all over the world. So if you guys like my channel, make sure to come out on Tuesday, 12 p.m., same time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Tuesday, 2 days from today, and we'll be doing a Tech Talk deep dive about digital identity. I only have a 2% annual fee, Mr. Jim Oakey. So whatever your portfolio is every year, you pay 2% of that in January. So every January, whatever the portfolio is at, you pay 2%, and that entitles you to ongoing communication with me and my team for all of that year. And then the following year, January will come around again. You'll get an option to pay 2% again. If you don't wish to, then our service ends. And if you do wish to pay the 2%, then we give you ongoing signals again for another year. And again, how many signals are in that depends on what's happening. Some of our clients started this year. They did their setup fee. Their first initial 2% was included for free. But nonetheless, there hasn't been any signals to give other than keep buying, keep accumulating, keep accumulating. So for those people, January is going to come around. They're going to choose, was the 2% worth it? I didn't get any signals. And then they're going to not want to do it. And then in January or December of next year, when the signal time does come, they're really, really going to wish I was there to tell them what to do. But this is the reality of life. All is okay with me. I'm okay with all of it. I'm not here to choose people's future. I'm here to lay specialized information in front of them, and those who wish to take it and better their lives can, and those who wish to skim the surface can, and those who wish to not apply it can choose not to. We're at 297. Let's hit 300K, everybody. Right before we hit 3 o'clock. Our live ends at 3 o'clock. It's a 3-hour live. So we've got 6 minutes left. Everyone tap that screen and let's smash 300,000 likes today. Thanks everybody for your love. Come out on Tuesday to see me again, guys. We're going to do a tech talk on digital identity. And of course, IHRC, the IHodlLife rewards chain, what we're doing with our resident identity and how it ties in with digital identity and how digital identity is going to completely change your life and everything you do. So come out Tuesday for tech talk right here at IHodlLife. Thank you, Paulie, but you don't need to send me any gifts, but thank you. Just heart me's because it boosts my page, and tap the screen because it boosts my page. Other than that, my page is a gift of wisdom for all of you, so save your gifts. Yeah, not to mention the derivatives market, Babaluba, which is another couple $1 trillion. I mean, market cap is beyond what you guys think it is. Don't worry about is this amount of crypto good? Is this amount of crypto good? Just owning some is good. 99% of the world has zero. Just owning some is good. Don't sell yourself short, guys. Congratulate yourself on recognizing the opportunity. And then congratulate yourself even more if you've understood patience. You discovered me 2 weeks ago, and I absolutely love your lives. I'm addicted to you. Well, Billy, I'm a little bit addicted to you too. I'm just kidding. I'm not addicted to you at all. But anyway, thanks for coming out, and I hope that you come out next Sunday to get your fix. A little bit of Tristan. And I hope that I'm educating you in the crypto space, and I hope that it's helping you navigate the crypto space, because that's my ultimate goal here. If you guys can help understand the crypto space a little bit, it is the greatest financial opportunity for anyone to get involved, and just a little bit of self-understanding of it can help put you on the right path. Crypto is going to touch the technology underneath it, is going to touch everybody's life, everybody's business, no matter who you are or what walk of life you come from. And because of its technology, it's just going to touch everything. It's not just about buying some cryptos and going up in value. That's like the surface level of what crypto really is. Hundreds of comments I haven't got to yet, but we just don't have time to get to them today. Switch, if we have any prizes in our Discord, can you please pull the prizes? I didn't realize time got away from us so quickly today. We must have had a good chat. So feel free to pull the prizes. If you guys want to know about the prizes, get in our Discord. In our Discord, we're always giving away free prizes. Feel free to collect your free iHodl points, enter into the free prizes, and every Sunday, Switch is pulling some prizes and giving away some cool stuff. Thanks, Switch, for all your hard work. And anyone who wants to know about the prizes, you'll find that information in our Discord. For everyone who dropped comments today that I didn't get to, I apologize. Please come out again next Sunday, or come out again on Tuesday, although Tuesday isn't really a question session. I'm more going to do a lot of talking and less answering questions. It's a tech talk. But come out Tuesday for Tech Talk and come out again next Sunday for another Ask Me Anything session. Cryptocurrency is the way. It is the future for the next 10 to 15 years. It is what you should be paying attention to. And crypto branches off into understanding AI, understanding automation, understanding tokenization, understanding assets and how that ties into your identity, because your identity and your own personhood now becomes a digital asset on chain. So just the understanding of all of this is key. Right here at this channel is where you're going to find it. SM5 is the winner for today. Congratulations, SM5, on winning an amazing prize right here in the IHodlLife community. If you guys want to win free prizes, make sure to join our community Discord, IHodlLife Community Discord. Thanks everybody for coming out. Before you leave my live today, I just want to remind you to go out into the world with positive things inside your head. I had a conversation with someone recently, and we were talking about the perception of yourself. And the answer to everything, literally everything, everything you desire, everything you want, everything you hope for, everything you're trying to achieve, the answer to your success and to your failure, the answer to everything is the perception of yourself. If you think you're poor, then you are. If you think you can do it, then you can. If you think there's reasons why it won't work, it won't. It is exactly as you choose to believe it to be. Your perception or your belief system of every little thing is absolute. This is why education and religion is sold to you on such a mass scale. What you choose to perceive of yourself is absolute. If you wish to be rich, then perceive yourself as rich. If you wish to understand crypto, then perceive yourself who understands crypto. Not as someone, oh, I don't understand it, I don't get it, I don't really. Well, that's who you're going to remain. Because your subconscious is sitting there listening, who are we? Oh, we're someone who doesn't get it. Oh, we're someone who can't. We need someone else. Oh, okay. Do you understand? Your perception of yourself is the absolute key to everything that you want. That guy or that girl that you want, I want to ask yourself something. Do you perceive yourself as worthy to have them? Do you perceive yourself as, well, they could be mine easily? Do you? Because if you don't, they're never going to be in your life. But if you did, they would be in your life. Do you perceive that job or that position or that career or that future plan that you have? Do you perceive it as it won't work? Or do you perceive it as the avenue that's going to make you free and rich? Which is your perception? Because both are correct. Both are correct. And which one you choose to believe will be your outcome. I often tell people, I've said it a million times, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? If you woke up in the morning and failure wasn't an option, what choices would you make? What would you say? What would you do? What would your actions be? What would you start that you haven't started because of the fear of the success? How would you walk? Would you walk like someone who is successful? If you knew failure did not exist, it was only success, there's no possibility, what would you do differently than your actions today? Do you see the blueprint I'm showing you? Do you see how to look at yourself differently? The answer has always been within you. There is nothing outside of you that any of you need for anything. I didn't need anyone to launch my company. I was a fucking brokey, 9 to 5, couldn't pay my bills when I started all my shit. I was in no position to start a company. I don't know how to start a company. I don't even know how to register a company. I didn't know anything. You don't have to. You just have to believe that it's going to work, that you can do it. And just believing that can do it, guess what the universe does? It makes you fucking do it. It's the craziest thing. Where does your belief system exist within yourself? What is the self-talk that you're having with yourself every day? What are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself you can't pay the bills? Your subconscious is listening. Are you telling yourself that crypto is going to free you? Your subconscious is listening. Are you telling yourself, because your conscious is listening, your subconscious is listening? Are you telling yourself you can't, you're not good enough because your self-conscious is listening? Are you telling yourself that that position's too far away and too hard? Well, your subconscious is listening. Do you tell yourself that having $1 million by the end of the month is just not fathomable? Well, your subconscious is listening. and it's following your perceived belief system. And if you could just understand that the power to control all of that is already within you, you would wake up every day and you would act and you would walk and you would be as though failure didn't exist. In fact, you would identify failure as opportunities of correction. They would no longer be failure. They would be, oh, here's a tweak. Oh, here's a tweak. Oh, here's a tweak. Oh, there's a little bump we need to smooth out. You would see it differently because you would now only see success. Thanks everyone for coming out to my live today. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to go out into the world and love people for no fucking reason at all. Just be nice to people for no fucking reason. Be a good character for no fucking reason. Hold your integrity high for no fucking reason other than your own self. Because you hold yourself to that accountability. Because you believe in improvement. I'll see you guys next Sunday right here at IHodlLife, the only cryptocurrency channel you need. So don't forget to hit that like and follow. Don't forget to invite your friends and family. See you guys later. Have an amazing weekend. And don't do anything that I wouldn't do. That might leave their options open. All right, just go ahead and love the world. Like I said, just go love the fucking world. See you guys. Have a great weekend.